dare to give a damn. Firm in the philosophy, I am who I am. I'm a carbon commodity, I need to be verified on the gram. Tightrope walking the id and the superego. Lifeboat liable to fire the torpedoes. Keeping to the credo, I'm free to achieve the dream, or at the very least I can release some of my steam. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil in people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H-double-O-D. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. So we're supposed to be sophisticated, then why is 67% of the population undereducated? Emotionally incapacitated, historically opinionated characters end up assassinated. And that's okay with the people faking it day to day, capitalizing on capitalism. It's pay to play, waiting for data to make it fade away. Whether you admit it, we're witnessing biological decay of the human race. We're going to a new place, I really hope it comes soon. I don't do space, two-faced, trembling bass, running the rebel base, outpacing enemies in the interface. In your face like a zygomatic arch, I got them in lockstep, meaning my melodramatic march is effective, albeit rather subjective. I encourage you to pursue a new perspective. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil in people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H-double-O-D. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. Since the day I was born, I've been non-conforming. I put myself in a position to make a living performing. Haters should consider this a form of warning. I've been swarming on them like a storm, I'm global warming. I'm not the one, done been through too much madness. Mastered the wrath and the sadness. You would need an atlas to match where I'm at. The fat cat put a nerdcore rap back on the map, that's Yazzik. Weaving that underwater basket, rap till I'm wrapped in a casket. Snapping them back on the track like a Matt Foley. Stay blown like a fiberglass gasket. Gassed up, I'm a maniacal minotaur. Try to hit me with your best shot, Pat Minotaur. Try to get me on that guest spot, but I stay in the lab, and that's where I'ma be until they put me up on the slab. It's magic. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil in people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H-double-O-D. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. Life is short, do with it as you please. You're the only person that you ever have to appease or search your weaponry by stepping in DSDs, but you gotta know that nobody gets any guarantees. Seize opportunity, embrace your development, replacing the elements, erasing irrelevance, facing the blatant display of decay and our elegance. Merrick was a man, not an elephant. Tell him on the merit of the self-reflection, minimize any malevolent misdirection, keeping them at a downright distant disconnection, an example of natural selection. And I might be slightly erratic, ghost in the shell, I'm a light in the attic, and I'm quite the dramatic, a minute for the attention, ready to ascend and transcend dimensions. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil in people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H-double-O-D. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me.
Who goes there? Why you dummies always coming in my lair like you want the smoke? All these wannabe heroes underprepared for the nightmare and despair that they dare to provoke. Most folk are doing their best to avoid me. Floor full of bones of the people that annoy me. Every now and then I get a couple of daredevils with the audacity to think that they can destroy me. Good luck with that, man. I got panoramic vision, meaning that I can see in any direction with precision. If it's your decision to attack, I suggest that you come back when your plans had a bit of revision to it. Notably, you should accept defeat. Consider this your last opportunity to retreat. Repeat, that was your last chance to survive. I hope that you enjoyed your time being
hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Saturday afternoon. Is it Saturday afternoon? It is Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning from other people. Hello, everyone. I am Jay, also known as NeoFet3 on the socials. And what are we doing here? We are on Bard's Playhouse to play a little Star Wars fun, throwing a little chaos there too. But you know what? Enough about me. We're going to introduce our wonderful players for our 3-shot. Yes, we have a 3-shot miniseries that we are going to entertain you for the next 3 weeks. But as we start, we're going to start off with Duval.
Oh snap! What's up, everybody?
Yeah, you're in my thing. So
hey, it's totally cool. I'm always ready. Good afternoon. See, now you got me all messed up. No. Anyway, hello everybody. My name is Jacob Plick, DuvalKingJacob on the internet, on our internets, and really excited to be here. And today I will be playing Zerg Fink here, and he is a bit of a infiltration bothan and a little spy action. So excited to be here.
Excellent. Thank you so much. As I'm looking at, I'm going to go a little bit of a different order than we're going to go. So, Emily, who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm playing Siengela, who is a Twi'lek with a gambling problem. We will see how that plays out. And I think that's all the details I'll give about her for now.
Shouldn't be a problem at all. Not at all. It'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Look, I just have Lady Luck on my side.
That is very true. Patrick, who are you playing today?
Hello, I am playing B2E2. He is a recommissioned B2 battle droid. He thinks he's the swellest little guy.
And he is. We'll see how this goes. Thank you so much. Elliot, who are you playing?
Hi, everybody. I'm Elliot, also known as Chaos Elliot and ChaosThem on the internet. Today, I am playing Sinya Glee, and don't worry, it's fine. They're a blue Twi'lek. You can't tell the difference between the blue one and the red one, and they definitely do not have similar names on accident. Yeah, they're definitely not a outcast Jedi at all. That you don't need to question their intentions.
Yes. Thank you so much. And that's the beauty of creating characters separately. You never know how close they will get to it. It was beautiful. Thank you so much. Ash, Queen, who are you playing?
Hey guys, I am Ash, otherwise known as Ashythebard on all social medias. I will be playing yet again Persephone, human. You know, she's human something. She does things. Don't ask what she does. She does things. That's all.
And maybe a little bit of a dark side kind of
No one's supposed to know that.
Spoilers.
spoilers, because I'm the GM. Which brings up an interesting aspect. We are playing Edge of the Empire, Star Wars RPG. And you might be going, ooh, there's going to be lots of fun. Yes. Ooh, there's lots of rules. Yes. But you know what? Loosey-goosey. We are here to have some fun. So you know what? If the story indicates better than the rules go out. We play with the story. We're here to have fun. It is Star Wars, but this is the Bard's Playhouse. So you know what? Chaos is required. So it will have some fun.
So that's why I was really brought on. Okay.
Yes. And I have a joy of chaos to do for the next 3 games. But before we dive into some introductions of the game, what we're playing and how the setup, 2 things we're going to talk about. You might notice that some of us are wearing some blue and yellow. This game is for charity to support Roll for Ukraine. It is a charity's event that is to help the refugees fleeing Ukraine. So information is going to be in chat. If you can donate, please. It is enough. There's nothing I can say to add to whatever has already been out there. So if you can, please help. Also, just as a heads up, later on tonight, Mondo Crane Publishing is also going to be doing Roll for Ukraine tonight's stream at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, located on the Weave the Tale channel. So if you're looking for some more great RPG, check them out and Roll for Ukraine. Now, what are we doing here? We are playing some Star Wars. Edge of the Empire. And what this game is we're playing Slug Games Edition. And you might go, what's that? Well, it's the Hutts. Camera opens up to the desolate sands of Tatooine. As our party, our group, our crew, our individual players, PCs, are making their way to Timo the Hutt's palace. joining several groups of individuals going to the palace to try out for the Tournament of Champions, an annual Hutt event called Slug Games, where games of death and chance are played. Hutt sponsor teams to go in, and with the champions that win are showered with credits. But this particular group they have a job. They've been hired by an information broker named Rieg Krelar, a Bothan, which some of you have been very, very familiar with. And if you've caught some of the other previous charity streams, you may know who Rieg is. Rieg has hired this group to infiltrate the palace, participate in a game or two, gather as much information on the tryouts and where the tournament is going to be, and get out of Dodge. Meet up at Mas Espa at a little cantina called Sanctuary with the information. What could go wrong? And that's where we start as our faithful group starts walking in with a good 20 other species and people walking into this beautiful palace. The front doors open up and the sands of the small town of Mashuda, as you're walking in and walking into this palace, this gorgeous marble, the nice silk flags, the dormant of pictures as you get into the first wave, as the sand kind of gets in, it's a small entry area. And there's another large set of double doors in front of you that open up and get to another entryway, as less sand at this, as the doors behind you, these giant doors shut to the outside. Everyone's standing there looking around. And then you're brought into a nice, large reception area. There, everyone gathers, kind of seemingly looking around, figuring out what's going on. There's some nerves, there's some tension, there's some excitement. There's some people that are like, I want to blow things up. And then there's a purple protocol droid with 2 yellow spots or stripes down its face and down its chest. And as he comes up, we're gonna, as this point, give a brief description of what each character is doing and looks like at this moment. And we're gonna start with Ash. What does your character do as he sees all this opening up and this grandeur? What do you think?
Well, the first thing I think is, do I have any enemies here as I look around? The second thing I think is, I hope nobody finds that body I just now force lightninged. And the third is, hey, Zerk, do you think that we can get money out of this whole situation without the big guy knowing? And she has long, dark hair, dark eyes, olive skin, and she is about 5'2", 5'3", and she is in robes, dark-colored robes.
Considering you were talking to him, Zerk is really focused on sort of counting people and the goings on. And he's wearing his traditional black smuggler's jacket, brown of skin and hair, with very like intelligent looking dark blue eyes. And he has his vibro knives to either side of his long green slacks and a large blaster on the side. If we are here and we didn't negotiate the money situation, which I would like to recall you doing, and this is the first time that you're bringing up if we're getting paid for this, then we should probably consider turning around then.
No. We negotiated. We are getting paid. I'm asking if we should try to get more without him knowing.
You should know money.
Yes.
Oh, dear, of course. Any additional action?
Do you think I do anything without getting paid?
That's why I was really concerned. like very, very concerned.
You
But you know what I always say? It's either you're getting shot or you're getting shot at. And two like to keep things in the middle.
I don't mind
That's
getting
what
shot
we
if
do.
I'm getting paid for it.
I mean, I would prefer not to get
I would
shot at
prefer
all,
not to
but
get shot at all, but I mean, you know,
danger pay.
Mhm.
I see. Right.
This
yeah.
this is why we're on the same path.
And, and as this conversation, you see who were. Let's go with B2. B2, you're standing behind and listening to this conversation. What is B2 up to?
He's going to hear that conversation and he's going to lean forward. He's a rust-colored B2 battle droid with a spray-painted smiley face on his upper body. And he's just going to lean in and is like, well, if you're talking about treasure, the real treasure is the friends we make along the way.
Oh no, you're one of those.
I'm one of
great.
them.
I love this droid.
Absolutely.
I appreciate your positivity, my little friend.
Always.
Yeah, always.
Always. If
So
you're
like
not
a
positively
programming-
charged, you're negatively charged.
Oh,
And then you just fall to pieces. That's what my experience is, yes.
me and you're gonna have to talk some tech sometime.
We're gonna have to fix them, aren't we?
Like, kind of like spins around looking at Persephone.
Oh God, that's too much positivity. It's too early for the shit.
Yeah, any caffeine around here?
I don't know. We need it. How about blue milk?
I mean, if you really want to get things started off in a tizzy, sure.
Turn and look at the little guy. Like, he's kind of cute though.
We'll keep him.
Okay.
Senna, what is Senna's interaction while this is going on as everyone's kind of piling in and kind of waiting for a second?
Then you're CN.
There it is. It begins.
Yep, the GM starts it off. Either one, I'm going to take some notes on how to pronounce
I
it.
mean, you can just call Sinya Sin. So that's if that makes it easier or harder.
That makes it worse.
It's my accent. It's my
I was gonna say
accent. It's my
Sinner CN.
accent.
Oh, that'll be great.
Wait,
Sinner or CN? Okay. Whoever would like to go next, please let my accent
Emily.
go back.
Fine.
Amazing.
So I broke off from the group basically immediately. I need to go work the room and talk to a few faces, see who's going to be doing what, see what everyone's strengths are. So I'm just going to be going around and it is really windy out here. But you know what? That's fine. I'm fine with that. I am a red Twi'lek. I have just these lovely little bangles all over my leku, and I have a beautiful, cheap, like space Shien, like a beautiful little like number that's like a crop top with like some low cut pants that have some like belts hanging off of them. And have we had our weapons removed already?
Nope, you still have your weapons right now.
And a couple guns hanging on my belt.
Excellent. Sin.
So Finn is going to just be people watching essentially. They're here because they want money. And Sin is also wearing like tight leather, like cat suit essentially, and really nice jewelry, like all on their wrists, a little good neck piece there. They're also a Twi'lek, right?
Twi'lek.
Twi'lek. Okay, cool. And they're wearing a hood. It's all like hidden in there. But yeah, they're kind of just like hood up. Like, I just want to get paid, man. But I'm gonna get, some eyes on me, and I want to look hot while doing it. So like, fuck it.
Mm-hmm. So as you're kind of looking around, checking out the people are checking you out as well. Everyone's kind of looking around. There's little conversations going to. There's a little bit of not refreshments, but there's some stuff in here and little artwork, and the protocol droid that's standing in front of these two large doors that appears to be potentially like a long hallway or throne room, the main area that you're going to be going to. And this protocol droid kind of stands up. He's like, beep, beep, beep. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your tryouts. You will soon be entering into the illustrious Timo the Hutt's palace. Conduct will be required to be appropriate. We will be giving you instructions. Accommodations will be made for your staying outside in the bunkers for your tryout. Is a 3-day tryout, depending if you survive. We will provide you with more additional information. Once you meet Timo the Hutt, he has several information for you. Please, before entering, there will be a weapons locker. All your weapons will be required to be placed in there before entering the throne room. You will be given each a car chip for your access. Thank you. Please follow me. And he kind of turns around and the door opens. And as you come in, you see this long, beautiful, grand hallway, this carpet of purple and green lines, pillars along the side of this long hallway that kind of moves curved. Just paintings of different huts and different scenes throughout the wall, decorations, things of that nature. And just at the end of the corridor or this hallway, it takes a sharp right and it kind of leads down some stairs. But before that, there's a set of 20 plus lockers, small little lockers on both sides. And people go up and they open up the locker, shove their weapons in and take it out. And they pull a little chip out that's to that particular locker, and then they put it in the pocket and they line up to go, ready to go into the throne room. What would you like to do?
Is there any indication of what's happening if anyone leaves, say, a foam grenade on their body when they go through after the lockers?
On themselves?
Yeah, like on their person that they're trying to take through.
Oh, this is the perfect time for a perception roll. And everyone who wants to make a perception roll, by all means, you can go to your character sheet, go to skills, and I already have, based off of that, the dice pools are set. So if you would like to roll, by all means, go right ahead. And
where is that under on the character sheet again?
So it's going to be under your skills. So under your character sheet, you're going to see the red tabs. It says character information, skills, and combat. Click on that red tab. It goes down and then all to the right. Perfect. So with some of you, just a quick audience, we're using Edge of the Empire rules. You're going to be seeing a whole bunch of weird dice. This is a narrative dice system. It basically is success and failure and that narrative part of and is what we talk about. There's advantages and threats and a whole bunch of other stuff that kind of comes into play. So with this being said, Sanu or Gela, you're looking around, but you're distracted you're trying to look and you saw something, but you're distracted by someone coming up to you going, you must put your weapons in. Please put your weapons in. Zerk, you're calm, but you're noticing there's one or two people that they're putting their main weapons in, but you think they may be hiding like a shock glove or something like that under their hand. Any visible weapons, they're kind of like putting in there, but there might be one or two hidden weapons. Persephone, same thing for you. You're kind of seeing some people, like any destructive grenades and things of that nature are going in. Blaster rifles, blaster carbines, your blaster pistols are put in there. But some people are hiding maybe a knife or some integrated things. B2, you're not paying attention. You're like, I'm putting my stuff in.
I actually got a small problem there. They're all integrated.
Yeah.
Should I take off my arms?
No. You know what you know is that if they're integrated, you can't take them off. You just don't do anything. Yes.
And I kind of hide the lightsaber.
Yes.
Okay.
You will definitely be able to. I will let you keep to yourself how you hide the lightsaber on where part of your body and things of that nature. But yes, you will need to make a stealth check on that. Sure. And I have a roll. It's already set. So go ahead and give me a stealth check real quick. Okay. That's all I need to know. Now, you did roll a dark side point. Would you like to use that? Because right now you're not sure, you're fiddling around with it, and there's kind of a bulge where you're kind of hiding it.
Yeah.
And you might be coming up towards someone that might be questioning you. Do you want to maybe convert that to a success?
Sure.
Okay. So you use that. It's suddenly it just kind of wipes it and it just makes it a bulge somewhere else or kind of hides it. And the person who's about to talk to you goes and distracted, like, oh, okay, never mind. So
I'm gonna kind of like go to Zerk, like, we're good if anything happens.
And then, so Sin, you absolutely see everything that's going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
There is several individuals. There's a Chidorian who's basically flapping his wings, and he's got this big backpack. And what you see is like there is like a droid on his back, like a mini droid. And he goes in, and they didn't stop him because it's a backpack, and they don't contemplate that as a weapon.
Okay,
And then you
know
notice
secrets.
One of them has this really fancy arm bracelet. And you're kind of looking at it going, wait a minute, that's an energy shield. Somebody brought an energy shield in. And then there's another droid. There's actually a few droids in here, some IG units. They've got integrated weapons as well. But they took the grenades off and set them in the locker. So you're thinking there are people that are sneaking some stuff in, but they know that they're not going to use it just yet. So
can I do any like sense emotion or uncanny sense to read further? Or does that play into the role that I already did?
It kind of plays into the role, but if you want to specific, you're looking for like the sense of people.
I'm trying to do a vibe check.
Okay. Some people are like at the point of like, I've never done this before. I want some credits. They're nervous. But there is like one group that possibly has heard some knowledge. They know that this is Hutt's thing. The rules are there to be manipulated. What it says, or the more importantly, what it doesn't say goes. And some of them are planning for that. So has anyone else
Yeah, since Persephone was sort of talking to Zerk, he kind of gives like a bit of an eye roll and a bit of a kind of a small chuckle as you see he was attempting at the time to hide a vibro knife, and then seeing that the way that she's going with things, goes ahead and gives it up. He just gives her a wink.
Perfect.
I am going to adjust my top just to make sure everything's sitting correctly. Make sure those little grenades are hidden, and make a big show of putting my blasters into the locker and just putting my hands up like that's all I had.
Ooh. Oh yeah, we're gonna give me a deception roll, please, or charm or deception. What would you? It should be.
I prefer charm.
You know what? Because of how you said the just this little hey, Normally it would be deception, but I like the charm idea just better. But I'm giving you a boost because that was perfect RP on describing it. So it is going to be an average check. I've got the dice set. So when you're ready, go ahead and give me that charm roll.
Yes.
Yeah. They're not even, there's so many people here. They're just like, yeah, okay, whatever. And there's a few people that are kind of looking at you like, oh, did she just, okay.
So innocent.
Exactly. There one or two are like, she's a kind of, whoa, what's she kind of doing here? This is kind of out of relief. Really? I don't know. And then where's one just shaking his head like, yep. Mm-hmm. Anyone else before you move into the, yes.
I'd also like to try to do a similar thing where I want to go in still with my weapons if possible. And I'm just really hot. So I want to get my way.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything you say or to the specifics? And which weapons are you trying to get in?
Oh, look, we'll take a double check on what I got.
Are you a blaster? Are you trying to bring in, or are you trying to bring in?
I want to bring in my bow.
Oh, the bow. Yeah, that might be quite hard.
That's going to be difficult if I can. I have a blaster though, right? So. Yeah, we'll try to bring in the easier weapon, as my backup.
Okay, so and what is the easier? Is that a blaster pistol or a blaster?
Oh God, I'm looking at the. I'm sorry, I'm navigating the sheet.
So on your combat sheet, or even so on the combat sheet, or combat tab, I should say, you have. Let's see.
There's
here.
a weapons section. So if it's on your character sheet, there's a combat sheet, and underneath there's a weapons section.
So remember, there is one weapon.
Oh no, I know that weapon. I know that one I have on me, but I just want another one.
So the bow is very, very large, and unless you hide it, it's going to be a very difficult check.
Never mind. I can't hide it. I'm skin tight. There's no hiding. Okay, never mind.
Okay. So no worries. No worries. So as you go down these stairs, there's this large, very large throne room, and it's two levels. So you have an upper level, there's some drinks and blue milk and different alcohols and different things and food all up on top. And you kind of walk in and there's some stairs going up to that second level. And you're kind of in a pit, not necessarily a pit, but this large open area, circular open area. You kind of walk in. And then above, there's a big platform, and you see Timo the Hutt there. And there's some guards kind of along the walls a little bit, some Gomorian guards that are standing there. And everyone kind of files in. And the protocol droid kind of walks up, and he joins up to next to Timo and the Hutt. And he starts off, and you hear the Hutt go, Umpacha, Odowedama, Una, Umpapawata, Showama, Chupa, Uchupa, Ama. The protocol droid says, the honorable and wise Timo the Hutt has given you the privilege of trying out for a sponsored position on a team he is building for an upcoming Hutt Tournament of Champions. By being here, you have agreed to participate in these tryouts at your own desire with no claims against Timo the Hutt for any damages or death that may occur. We will randomly select teams, after which your team will have the chance to communicate before we move in to the arena. Food and drink have been provided before the tryouts begin. Thank you for your interest in becoming a member of Timo the Hutt's elite sponsors team. And at that point, a few people comes up, and there's a selection process. And the protocol droid, and there's someone else that comes up, another, I want to say we're going to go with a male Twi'lek that kind of comes, Lekus that kind of come around, and they're kind of help organize. He's got a data pad and he calls out names and it's just kind of randomly selecting. And what they're asking you to do is once your name is called, you kind of move over and you kind of go into a section. And as you can see, as time goes on, it takes about 20 minutes and about 8 teams gets put together in a 5-man organized team. Surprisingly, all 5 of you are on the same team. Zerk, you're kind of sitting there going, oh yeah, Rieg definitely has some connections here somehow. Either somehow he got them randomly in the application process that was put. It was definitely probably a note to put you together.
Kind of stare at the data pad and I just say kind of like out loud for everyone to hear. It's like, I hate how much I like that guy.
I just don't like him. But he pays good.
But hey, at least we didn't kill him yet.
I think if we did kill him, it would probably reflect poorly on us. Like, killing your employer doesn't always go over well, especially inside of certain circles. So it's probably better for us to not do that and maybe not talk about it.
Yeah, well, but if we say it out loud with enough convincing quality behind it, people might think otherwise.
He's got a point.
We're saying this as an example of what not to say.
My experience not saying a lot helps.
The game within the game.
Well, I guess since we're all together in this unusual group, I'm Persephone. Nice to meet you all.
Now, one of the things is you have all met each other. You met each other ahead of time. So you know you were infiltrating it as a group together.
Yeah.
And what hilarious,
I did not know that.
Yeah. So sorry, GM. Information is that as a group, you've all been hired. You met together. He gave you all the information. Rieg did, and then sent you on your way. And then you kind of entered sporadically together, and then miraculously you came together in the same team.
How tall is B2E2?
He's as tall as a B2 battle droid, so I think he's like 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
But he's got a smiley face on.
He's got just a smiley face.
Oh,
Ignore the little actual head. He's got 2 eyes and a little smiley face.
So I'm gonna walk up and be, so who painted this on you? Did you do that yourself? Or did
I did the smiley face, but the copper color was my best friend that I met yesterday.
Oh, you love making friends, don't you? Let's be friends.
Oh, it already registered.
I love making friends.
He must be.
And you're just like steps away.
It's lucky that we're all together. Wouldn't have expected that.
I don't think that's all luck.
Oh, it's that thing they call the Force.
Yes, a Force did this.
Yep, definitely. A Force did.
Well, you're all my best friends now, so I'm gonna protect you.
I am so happy.
I'm so joyous.
This is gonna be great. We're gonna be so awesome.
I'm gonna follow Sin because there's just too much joy right now.
Yeah, we're gonna just like step away. Like I just go over to her, just like, this is gonna be a lot of happy people in a death zone. I don't really know how I feel about that one.
I just want to get paid. I can give a shit less.
Same.
As long as little fist pump.
Yeah.
And many of the groups are eating some of the food and going and they're kind of standing around and they're looking at all the other groups. And like I said, there is a mix. And you see that there seems to be, like I said, some hardened warriors and some battle droids and some bounty hunters in a group with some mechanics. There's R2 units and R3 units. There's bounty hunter IG units. There's everything from Wookiees, and there's a Wookiee. There's a Todoshan. Yes, Todoshan. There's Bothans. There's lots of different species and lots of different. There's thieves. There's smugglers. There's a diplomat-looking individual. So I mean, there's a lot of everything.
They're Ewoks.
There are no Ewoks. Bob
you
the
saved your
Ewok
game.
is not here. And for those of you who know Bard's Playhouse and have been at some of the other shows, you know who Bob the Ewok is. But what does everyone want to do? You've got a few minutes before you're going to be brought down to the arena.
So kind of trying to gather everyone around us. People are trying to splitting off. It's like, hold on. Let's, we can do Side Whispers in a moment. But I think it might be important for us to figure out what everyone's really good at so that we could lean on each other in this escapade, if you will. Now, B2E2, was it?
Yes.
Smiley face droid man?
B2E2 if you want.
B2 it is. So we were talking a little earlier about tech and stuff. What do you bring to the table?
Let me register my my files over here by going over to my character sheet.
Beep, boop, boop, boop. Searching.
just that internet connection.
Dial-up. Yep.
Well, as you can see, I've got this integrated armor here.
Wonderful.
And I also have this integrated heavy blaster pistol right here. And then vibro knuckles right here. I'm a very strong droid. I'm very capable. Put me in a direction, and I'll go in that direction.
So point and shoot.
Yes.
Tell me something. Can we borrow stuff?
Like you want my blaster?
Oh, not right now, honey. But if it comes down to it,
It's kind of on me.
well, no, not. But that's why I was wondering: are they fully integrated? Are you modular? Like, can you just like pop it out? Like, it's something where you can upgrade.
Well, I just need some tools. I don't have them.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not like those little, those little things where you can just click and it's in.
No, unfortunately, I'm not one of the new models.
I bet they have accessories like that, though.
Oh,
I bet we
love
could
accessories.
upgrade that.
I do love accessories.
Those new models don't have that wonderful face now, do they?
No.
There you go.
Well, if we're talking about what we're good at, I am pretty good at jumping out of the way. And if I get my hands on a blaster, I'm pretty all right at shooting.
All right.
And I'm pretty good with energy. I'll say that.
Oh my God, can you read my aura?
Yeah, it's very happy.
I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have some hidden tricks up my sleeve, that's for sure. I can help us out there. And I'll say I am pretty hot, like, come on. And
Absolutely, I concur.
good kitty. Anyway, yeah, I know I'm pretty hot and I can hit things really well with weapons. So I got you there. DM, am I missing anything?
No, you're
I'm hot and good with melee weapons, right?
exactly. Yep.
Okay, good. All right, we're good.
You're
Yep. And I'll just leave it there.
You're charming and
I'm
seductive.
charming, I'm dangerously hot, and that's all I care about.
Yep.
Yeah. And I want money.
Yeah. Them fatale.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Yep.
Well, as for me, I suppose, great with tech, probably the best, and if I do say so, and dealing with that, pretty good at getting in and out of the pitch with words, and if not, there's a good either fist, knife, or blaster. I typically like to tell them to pick. It's fun that way.
Oh, this is where I tell you what I do. Okay. I'm pretty good with, and she'll just kind of like twinkle her fingers a little bit, and it'll be maybe a little bit of lightning that comes. It's like a little zzz. I'm good with that. And I'm good with a saber.
And when you say all that, I'm just gonna like slowly have my weapon creep out of my hand. I feel you. And it's just gonna retract back in.
And
Look at that.
I do words, not as well as my friend Zerk over here, but I could be persuasive if I need to. And I'm also pretty cute, so that's always a plus.
We stand a hot party.
Did you think Ash was not going to?
Oh, you I always expected from.
Who knows if that's going to come into play?
I mean,
They randomly selected us because we're also attractive.
that is certainly a way to look at that.
They saw all the hot people and we're like, fuck, we really need them as a distraction.
We need a main character energy in this group.
Who's that?
I mean, can it just be all of us?
Right.
Oh, all of us? Yeah,
Agreed.
agreed.
All of us.
Yeah.
We're like TV show hot.
So like the fantasy Star Wars CW. Got it.
Mhm.
Yep.
The Vampire Diaries.
That's
Star
exactly
Wars.
what our group is. Our
Yes,
group
it is.
CW Star Wars.
That is so beautifully gross.
Hashtag.
Yeah. Thanks.
Hashtag CW.
Thanks.
CW
I hate
sponsor
it.
us. CW, let us write your next show.
Yo, bring back UPN.
So as you're doing, is anyone grabbing any food or drinks before they get brought down?
Yeah, I'm
I'll
gonna
grab
get
some
They
hors
have, like-
d'oeuvres.
They have like a hardtack, like granola bar type thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a thing I could crumble a small piece off of and try to see if it is laced with anything.
Everyone give me a perception check.
Sure.
Now, with that being said, it is going to be a very hard perception check. But because of your one player who is very, very cautious, everyone's going to get a boost on this. So the dice are set. So when you are ready, give me that perception check, please. All right. Ooh.
Really?
Ooh.
Got a triumph though. Nice.
You did get a
against
triumph.
Sin.
Sin, you are like perception goddess.
AF.
Goggles.
Yep. So I'm just gonna go Gela, Gella, Gella,
Yellow.
right? Gela. We're not doing first.
You've
name.
already waved the white flag, Jay. Already.
White flag. White flag.
But now it's Gela versus Glee.
Oh my God, this is the best.
Because I see the SIEN and my brain cannot just Japanese gets in there and everything else,
Yep.
and it just does it just shuts me down. So Gela, yeah, you're not noticing. You're just like, oh, I'm going to taste this, and B2, you're kind of like noticing like, okay, they're organics, they're going to eat. There's nothing for you except there's a little bit of like energy oil in one of the corners for all the droids, and then some of the droids went over there. If you would like to get a little bit of that,
I would
you
like
can.
to Mariano walk over there, please.
Yep.
Also, if you're gonna call Sienna Gela, you could just go back to Sinya for me. That's good.
Sinya.
Yeah, we can do that.
I
That's
can't believe
fine.
we didn't think about that. That actually makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Let's do that. Less confusing.
Yep.
Yeah, I can work with that.
Sinna.
Sinya.
Yeah, Sinya. Okay, Sinya.
Yeah. Yep.
Persephone, you actually see this and you get worried for a second because as Glenna is about to put this food in your, what you noticed is that one of the team members from one of the other teams you noticed was having a little vial in their hand, and they were going around some of the food and like dumping a little bit of liquid on a food piece. And you think they had just left the bar that Glenna was about to bite onto.
Yeah, I'm gonna intervene with that.
How do you intervene? She's literally about to bite it and taste.
It's that moment in a Disney film where it just pauses and you see Persephone's thought process.
And can I
Bring it on. Let's see.
do I have any powers where I can like just zap it out of her hands?
You can, but it will be very visible. You could run up to her and slap it out of her hand.
Okay, not as theatrical, but that's fine. I'll do that.
Hey, if you want to use your force ability to be able to do that, everyone in the room will see it.
Okay.
We can tell a novella and you can just knock me down and it falls out of my head. It's a dramatic moment.
Yeah. We'll do that.
Exactly.
We'll be like, she's part of the party. God damn it, I have to go do this. So yeah, I'm gonna.
You don't have to. You can see what happens.
I don't trust it. And then after I do that, I'm gonna go try to follow the person. But yeah, I'm going to like run up to her and slap it out of her hands.
Well,
Sorry.
Going to snack on that. Is it? I was crumbling off Is it? Did you see something?
I did. No, there was someone that put something on that, and I'm gonna go follow them now.
Oh my god! I can't even believe we can't come here without people doing that shit.
Persephone, you actually lose sight of this, but Cinna, you do. You see this everything. You actually see there's actually two different individuals over the course that have hit different things, and there's only about half of the food and drink that seems to have been tainted, or so that you know exactly which food to drink and not. So,
yep, I'm gonna go grab the safe to get stuff and go back to Gela and be like, have this instead. I got eyes on the situation. Just have this instead, please.
Thank you. That's so helpful.
We still need a group together. I don't want us all dead.
I absolutely agree. I appreciate y'all looking out for me.
Anytime.
Pretty big disadvantage being dead.
And I'm literally just gonna like pinch pieces off to nibble on. Like I'm not even taking bites out of the thing. I'm just.
Yeah. And just as Persephone, you're trying to make your way, you hear the big announcement. Please make your way to the doors for the games. And the doors open up and everyone's proceeding down some stairs from this below area and down some stairs. And there's people watching, they're kind of herding you down.
Does it appear that anyone has seen like an ill effect?
Nope, not yet, no.
Okay.
And so Senna, you realize that, okay, poisoning someone right now because of all those successes and advantages, you're pretty sure it's not an instantaneous. It's something that when they start working athletically, they're going to get exhausted and they're going to have some problems during the games. Basically, one team wants to win and is trying to sabotage the others.
Fun. If anybody wants any further refreshments or drinks, let me know. I will grab them for you, but otherwise, there's tainted food. So I'm here to win.
I think we all are. I appreciate you looking out for the team. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Yes.
Does it?
Of course it does.
I got that written right here. Yeah.
Well, I guess there it is.
See, B2 gets it. B2, oh my god, have you heard about those like essential oil people?
like for droids?
Yeah. Oh my god, you haven't, like, I haven't sold them, but I know someone, like a friend of a friend of a friend of mine took me to a party where there were a bunch of droids around and they were selling these oils that they said would like make your life better and like align your energies or something.
Oh, is that a multi-level marketing scam though?
Is it a scam or is it like an entrepreneur?
Because they say it's oil, but it's actually like.
Yes.
I don't know.
Wow.
I couldn't use it.
You know, though, in the Outer Rim, things work a little different. You know what I mean? So, like Avon's been around for quite a long time.
For millennia.
Mary Kay.
Mary Kay pick spaceship is your reward if you spend enough in your downline.
Enough? Oh my god.
When we have a little bit more time, remind me of a time where I had to infiltrate Cutco. Good stuff.
Sounds
Are
like
they
a good
doing,
time.
like, their new vibroblade line? I do really like their knives. Their vibro knives are fantastic. They're great for like cutting into like steaks or something.
As a matter of fact, in the locker,
Cut vibro knife.
I need one of these people openers.
Oh yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk.
So as you're making your way, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone, we're giving you chaos. This is it. This is the Star Wars chaos, and love it. So as you're making your way, everyone is moving you're in a tunnel. Strangely enough, you're going underneath some underground large ruins, like not necessarily ruins, but like carved out caves. It's pretty wide and little, but it's moving along. And eventually it comes to some very large metal doors that open up, and it seems like you're going further down, and it's almost as if you're going into the mountain, like the peninsula that you're on, and you're going further down, and it opens up to this giant arena. And there's a few doors to the left, there's some doors to the right, but there's just this big high arena, and there's stages of seats on a second level that's looking down. And all the teams come up and they say, please line up, and you line up on your teams. And then the protocol droid kind of comes up, and then suddenly you see the Teemo gets slid through this door on the second level and kind of gets into a place that gets to view everything. And the thing you notice is that there's like 6 to 8 different slabs surrounding the second level, as if these were all for Hutts to sit and watch. So it's the arena is interesting. KE7, the purple protocol droid with the yellow strips coming down, kind of comes up and is like, welcome again, everyone. We will begin the first game of tryouts. Once the first game has been completed, you will be able to return to the barracks for a night's rest and feast. Tomorrow will be the second game, and then rest, and the remaining teams will be able to participate in the third game. For random selections, and there's some posters and information, and one of the other people, they've got some data pads where they're kind of looking at, and they're gathering information and looking. The protocol droid is like, we will select our first game. And suddenly someone brings out, and there's a hollow emitter, and you see this ball going, and it starts to slow down, boom, 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 and it registers, bing, dodgeball of death. And you hear people in the background going, woo. The first game for tryout is dodgeball of death. And then suddenly the arena starts to come up, and there's dodgeball pits, or at least they're squared off sections in this arena. There's about 8 of them progressively around this arena in different locations throughout it. We will now make team selections versus who, random selections. And as you notice, there's 1 to 8 or 1 to 16 teams. They say 1 to 8 teams, sorry. Suddenly I multiplied. So, and with that, each team is given. And just for fun, what team number would you like to be?
I'm not going to say it.
Me neither.
5? Anyone good with 5? Everyone good with 5?
All right.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. I wasn't going to pick a funny number. Nope.
So, as luck would have it, we're going to roll a little D8 for some fun. All right. So as the information that's getting rolled out, they're randomly getting selected for teams. And suddenly it says, Team 5 versus Team 3. Please proceed to the northwest corner. Your instructions on the game will begin. And you notice that out of the 4 squares, because there's 8 teams, 2 versus 2, you're kind of on the far one, and you kind of go into and stand on one side of this large area. And it as you're kind of standing, there's some marks, black like design, and there's a big center line. And you notice that on this, after you kind of cross into this area, it's almost as you're walking in through a ray shield. You pass through it, but once you pass through it, you kind of see the shimmering behind you. As if not necessarily trapped in here, but you're contained in this area. And there's a judge or a referee that's kind of watching. It's a small droid, probably the size of an enforcer droid, like a police droid, kind of standing there, and there's one on each side. And he's got the little referee type outfit. Yes, any questions so far?
So is the Proco droid still around?
He's still up on top,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this dodgeball of death thing, first of all, quite on the nose. Appreciate that. But considering, the whole death thing, certainly there's a practice round or maybe some sort of holographic sort of walkthrough that we could watch before we pop in.
Like a summary?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Something like that.
This is it.
We are it?
This is the practice and tryout are combined. Rules will be announced momentarily.
While that question's being asked, I'd just like to go ahead and make sure that I'm neatening out my leku, neatening out my top, making sure that if need be, I can access anything that's hidden in my shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of lean to B2 might be something we could record for a little later usage.
Always recording.
I guess I kind of just go tink tink.
And that concern's off the table.
Yeah, right. Strike that through.
So 2 things you notice as you're getting set up before, as all the teams are kind of getting into their different squares. Your opponent on the other side, you see, it's very interesting is that there's a GAN, which is the big-eyed, buggy respirator that's sitting there. There is also a human. He's kind of wearing some, clothing. He's kind of got this cheeky smile, and he kind of looks over at you. Glenna is like, and gives you a little smile, and then Persephone kind of gives you that little wink and smile back.
I immediately give him the finger.
I meanwhile do like a little hip bump, like, oh, like twirl my leku around my finger as much as possible, like, oh.
Like you're not my type.
And then he looks at Zarek. He's like,
"You're first."
Can I attempt to do that back to him?
"Oh, please do." He's like,
Ching, ching.
and you see this thought for a second. He's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
and then
I'm
you
absolutely doing the like hot girl summer thing, like, oh, I'm just making sure everything looks great so that if I'm on camera, it all works.
Yep. There is a female Rhodian also that standing there. There is a Tadorian. It's kind of flapping. And then there is
Wait, is that the Tadorian from earlier with the
yes,
backpack?
It is.
I'm going to lean into Persephone and be like, that fucker has a droid on his back. It's a backpack.
I have a lightsaber.
I feel you.
There is also a species, it's called a Silicis E. It's SLUISSI. It's kind of a snake reptilian. It's got instead of legs, it's got a snake tail that is moving, got a larger head. But he's wearing mechanical shirt, and it's got a belt, like overhaul, a mechanical overhauls, clothing and stuff like that. And they're kind of standing. And then the purple droid kind of comes up and goes, "Welcome everyone again to the tryout. Please listen for the rules of dodgeball. Rule number 1, when a player is hit with a ball, he, she, they are eliminated. If a ball is caught, the player throwing the ball is eliminated, and the team who caught the ball has a player returned to the game. If a player's single foot or feet or lower appendages move outside the marked box or cross the designated opponent's marked lines, they will be eliminated. No energy weapons, blasters, or slug throwers are allowed, including armor-mounted or cybernetic energy weapons. No bladed knives, axes, swords are allowed to be used during the game. The games end when one team has all of their players eliminated. And as a special rule, on the first round, no balls can be thrown, only picked up. And that's when you see 8 balls pop up in the middle of the line in the center. Persephone.
You say eliminated, and do you mean like eliminated in that kind of form, or like eliminated and I get to go back and like sit on the bench?
You get to go sit on the bench.
Okay, cool. I said that in character too.
Yep. You get, and the referee like, you get to sit on the bench if you are
Thanks.
eliminated.
Just need to clarify that.
Take your death.
I would like to clarify that as the rules are getting read out, all of a sudden, CN's demeanor completely changes from the like bubbly, like, "Oh my God, y'all are so great," to a very serious face, where she is clearly eyeing which of the balls she can get to first.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Real quick,
Not
Jay,
yet,
who
you
was the cat caller on the other side?
The
second one from the top.
Was it the Trudoshan or the
human, I
dog?
thought.
It was a human. This one right here.
the second one is a human. So it's a Gand, which is the kind of the bug. Then you've got
Yep.
the number 2 is a human, a Rhodian, a Tadorian, which is kind of that flapping, and then the reptilian.
Ani. Sorry, I had to.
For those not familiar with the Swissy, they're like Yuan-Ti.
Okay, fair.
They're giant snakes with humanoid upper bodies.
It's a Yanti.
No.
All right. So with that being said, the rules are being read off and everyone's kind of jostling a little bit. And they say, oops, sorry. The people are kind of going around waiting and anticipating. There's like, any last questions before we begin? What the referee says.
Excuse me. Is this being filmed? Is this being aired?
Of course. For documentation purposes, this is the tryout. We will use this information for the game that will be held here, the tournament later this year.
Fantastic.
Player note. So,
Oh,
anticipation.
okay.
As you're waiting there.
Do we roll cool or?
So, this is where we get into some interesting game mechanics. For those watching, this is a homebrew game. We are going to be modifying some maneuvers and some actions, and we're going to be very, very loose on what skills you can use. We are going to roll initiative, but you can choose cool or vigilance on which you would like to roll for your character. Whichever is better, please roll. So we're going to be open to whatever you would like to roll for that. And I have the characters, the initiative set. Or excuse me, when you're ready to roll initiative, go ahead and roll that initiative.
Okie dokie.
Oh, yes.
Question, how do we know what's better?
So yes, well, more stars are better than, so the stars are successes and then the advantages are plus. So if you roll 2 stars and 2 advantages, it's 2.2. And that's where the ranking kind of comes into.
Yeah, because I got like 3 diamonds on one, but then I have a hexagon and a diamond on the other, so I don't know which one's better to roll.
You want if it's yellow? Yeah, if it's yellow.
Is better than
Yellow's
green.
better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yellow's definitely better.
But more dice are better than
But
less
you
dice
want to
as
go to
well.
your combat tab, not to your skill tab. You want to go over to the red combat tab, and right away you're going to see initiative, and it's going to say cool or advanced or
Oh, then ignore my vigilance then.
yes. So Persephone, you also want to roll that too. You want to go to the combat tab to roll vigilance. So the red combat tab right next to skills. Once you click on it, immediately you're going to see initiative. It's going to have the cool and the vigilance.
There we go. There we go. Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, holy Hansa-Barbera, Batman.
Nice. Great roll,
Persephone.
Wow.
Ready to rock.
That is the largest roll I have ever seen with initiative.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's beefy.
Three double successes.
Yeah, that's 6 successes on that one. Wow. All
That's
right.
a rare roll.
That is a very rare roll. I'm just getting it all put into play here. Do we have, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Who has not rolled their 2.2?
B2E2 rolled.
Okay, so Elliot, you're still in your skills. You want to go to the combat tab.
Oh, yeah. So up at the
okay.
top of the character section, there's a combat tab next to the skills tab.
Okay, so do the, all right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Whichever is better with the.
That one?
So you could do,
Can we take their earlier roll?
You'll love to
I
see
didn't know the
It's okay.
No, that's perfectly fine. No worries at all.
okay.
No worries at all. So looking at, because PCs are, so the other interesting thing for those that are joining us for Star Wars is a very different, unique initiative system. Everyone rolled, you're going to see successes, and it's going to be 4.1 or 2.2 or 1.4. What that is a Ujasi 4 position. So you're going to have a PC slot and an NPC slot. This is a collaborative game. So all the PCs work together. So unlike D&D where you automatically have that slot and each round you have the same initiative slot, it's completely open. You as a group get to decide who wants to go first, because sometimes it's important based off of abilities. Someone goes first. Like if you're going to move up to combat, you want the person shooting to shoot first and then the person immediately attacking the first round. And then when round 2 comes, you can change the order up completely. So the person who just attacked can attack and run away, while then the rest of your teammates can shoot so you don't get shot. So that is the process. Now, the other thing with initiative, again, you just randomly, and it's going to go. So what we have initiative order is we're going to start off with PC first. Then it's going to be NPC, NPC, NPC. And then it's a lot of PCs, 2 NPCs, or excuse me, a lot of, and then it's going to end up with NPC. So pretty much it's all of you NPC, it's going to be PC, 2 NPCs, and then it's just the rest of you, and then the rest of the NPCs down there. And we're going to walk through this process. Now, as the players are looking at this map, you see 8 balls on the line, and this is dodgeball. So for those who have never played dodgeball, you grab the ball and you throw it. Now, it's going to take an incidental. It's a free maneuver, free something to pick up the ball. If you decide to pick up 2 balls, which you could, if you're standing right next to each other, you could pick up 2. It's going to be what's classified as a maneuver or a move. To move, you can move up to 30 feet. So if you're looking at your using Roll20, you can say that 30 feet is going to be what's called short range. So anything within 30 feet, you can throw the ball at short range. Anything over 30 feet is going to be medium range. Moving up to the line, 30 feet up to the line, you just have to be next to the square. You can grab it. So it will take you one maneuver to get to the line, an incidental to grab it, and then you could use your action to convert it to a maneuver to move away. Again, first round, you can't throw, but afterwards, no holds bar. And that process. Remember, when you're using the ball and you want to throw the ball, because it's dodgeball, you throw it at your opponent, you can use either ranged light or ranged heavy, whichever is better for you on your character sheet. Yes.
Would my improved quick draw allow me in a round to grab 2 balls?
I will allow it. I will allow you to grab 2 balls as an incidental because of the improved quick draw. Yes.
And then would sorry about the mess apply to throwing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. It's good to know.
Yeah, it would. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Questions offhand. Players. Familiar with dodgeball?
Ooh, I do have a question.
Yes.
About the balls themselves. Are they just like what are they made of?
They appear to be kind of a rubberish silicone type pink, purple color. And it looks like the size of your standard recreational athletic dodgeball.
So nothing electronically computery.
Nope.
Okay. And yes, if you're wondering, I was about to ask if I could hack the balls. So continue.
Yes, no, you cannot hack the balls because there's no mechanical or electrical thing that you can tell that's on there. It looks like an athletic rubber silicone type ball.
There was a droid on the other side. Anyway, keep going.
So to recap, the goal of the game is to eliminate the opponents by hitting them with balls, the dodge balls, and you dodge out of the way. You're going to, once you get the ball, you can use ranged, light, or medium and throw it. You being closer to the line, if you're short range, it's an easier hit. It's only 1 purple. Being at medium range, it's 2 purple to hit. So think about that. If you're going to run up and throw it, you are going to become a better target as well. So think about where you're moving and things of that nature within the game. Are we ready for some chaos?
Let's go.
Let's do this.
All right. With that being said, we are starting off with a player slot. Who would like the first player slot?
Because we can't throw this round,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be picky about getting that first slot, but I would like to suggest that I get the early round, or the early slot next round.
Cool.
That's fair. I'll go real quick and pick it up.
So you're going to run over to one of the balls? Which one would you like to run to? 1 or 2 is going to be within range of you.
1.
All right. So you're going to move your character. You're going to move up to. Sorry. Go ahead.
Right there.
Okay. And you pick up. You have to be right next to it, which you're going to be able to.
Okay.
So, like right there to be able to pick it up. So you pick up number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So as you go down, you pick up number 1 and you bring it back. What are you going to do? So what are you going to do? You still have an action, so you could convert that to move back or move somewhere else or just stand there guarded.
I'm going to move back just a little bit, like right there.
Okay. So as you move back, suddenly the ball melts and disintegrates in your hand and becomes a gelatinous puddle at your feet. It was a false ball.
So does everyone else see that?
Yes, everyone saw that.
The balls are not all balls.
That's concerning.
Okay. Well, I guess that would be my go.
That is your
Ball
turn.
counter. Can we get a ball counter on the screen for the number of time we say balls?
Boy. balls. Yep.
Ball.
We're
Ball.
like 12 already.
I know, right?
So with that, we are going to go with, I've got 3 NPC slots, which brings up, this guy is going to come in here. He's going to grab that ball and he's going to go back. This guy is going to go here. He's going to grab, actually, let me see something real quick. Oh yeah, he is gonna grab a ball. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. He's gonna grab a ball and he's gonna move back. And she actually, the GM is plotting because the GM is thinking about something going, this would be kind of cool to do. So she is going to run to right there and stand. Actually, she's going to go right there and stand there. And that's it.
All right. I would like to take the next PC slot. I would like to run up to where I can grab both 5 and 7, and I want to pick up both of them using quick draw.
All right.
Using improved quick draw.
As you are grabbing them, she grabs you.
Okay.
She attempts to grab you and pull you over to her side.
Can I use coordination to get out of that?
We're gonna do a roll. Do you have any? What actually you can use coordination or athletics? What is better?
I have 2 yellow and 2 green in coordination.
All right, so it is going to be. That is going to be a very difficult roll. So she is going to be rolling a brawl check on you to try to pull you over. But because of using your coordination to get out of it, she's got, let's adjust this. Okay. So you've got 2 purple, you said 2
yellow,
green.
2 green.
Okay, so that is going to turn into 2 purple and 2 red. She is going to advantage because you're looking for trying to grab the balls. And yep. Would you have 6 destiny pool? Would you like to use any destiny pools to
I think I could toss a destiny pool point in there. You want me to go ahead and use light side?
Yeah, go ahead and use the light side. So that is, and you're doing to make it harder for her, correct? Mm-hmm. So that converted one of the purples to a red. So now she has 1 purple and 3 red versus her brawl to try to pull you over as you're slipping out. And let's see what happens.
Oh, that's a lot of threats.
Oh,
so she grabs you and she starts to pull you over. Your body and your arm, one of your arms crosses the line. And as she's trying to pull you over, but you slip out and she falls to the ground. She unsuccessfully pulled you over to the other side. But with that many threats, there was 1 success with 5 threat. So 3 of those threats, she falls down. The 2 other threat, if you want to wiggle out, even though she tried pulling you over, she's got a hold of you, but she's on the ground. And she did not pull your foot over the line to eliminate you.
Okay. Could I, as I'm trying to wiggle out, since I've gone to grab the balls, flip one of the balls and hit her with it on the way up? It's not throwing.
So what do you want to do with the ball?
Like the ball that's in my hand that she tried to grab, just try and hit her with it on the way back up. On the way out.
Touch her with it?
Smack her with it?
Yeah.
Make it look like a mistake.
Give me, you're going to give me a brawl roll on this.
Okay.
Or a melee roll on this. Brawl or melee, what would you like?
I think my melee's better. Oh no, they're both not great, but I will go with brawl because I feel like that fits the moment.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
So this is just hilarious, and with all the amount of, I'm giving you a boost, and it's going to be against 2 purple against her. I got to double check one more thing. So as you only have 1 ball in your hand at this time, or actually with the incidental, because you could actually have 2 balls in your hand. You grab them and you just quick draw, yeah, and you're going to smack one of them across the face, correct? All right,
exactly.
Give me a roll.
Okay, wish me luck. Threats abound.
2 successes and a threat. You're going to take strain because you get that strain.
I can do that. How much?
1. So you're going to take that threat is going to turn into strain. So you literally smacked her. And what you hit her with the ball, and your frame was you did not throw the ball.
Yep. They said no throwing in the first round.
It's true.
It's true.
And one of the droids goes, eliminated. And she is eliminated as you bashed her with the ball. Yeah.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Just smash her with a ball across the face. That's what happens.
But you have both these balls. So you grab this ball. After you grab that ball, it disintegrates in your hand.
Okay.
So you still have 1 ball in your hand.
Yep.
But that's all you can do, and that's where you are at right now.
I'm cool with that.
All right.
I'd call that progress.
Yeah, you got a lot done, definitely.
All right. Who would like the next player slot?
I think I will volunteer as tribute. I'm actually just going to step forward, like right about here. Like I call to the human. Human, I always wondered what it looks like when a weapon such as this is beamed off of a head such as yours. What complexion do you turn, I wonder? We're about to find out, I think. And I slowly, and I'm stopping there for a minute, then I'm going to continue forward.
Okay.
And I'll grab, I'll grab number 3.
You grab number 3? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you grab number 3. It's perfectly in your hand. Now, as you're talking to the human, are you intimidating him? Are you doing something to shake his core?
Yeah, because he was being an ass, and I would 100% would love to, even though I'm not super great at that. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. It's going to be an action to do.
Yep. Totally fine. I'm cool with that.
Okay. So with that action, so what would you like to use? Charm, deception, leadership, coercion? Can
we do cool?
He's going to be using cool to kind of
shrug off.
Yeah.
Got it. Because I forgot what Streetwise is.
Streetwise is you're kind of looking for something.
Oh, okay, cool. So in that case,
it's going to be coercion, deception, charm, or maybe even leadership.
We'll use deception.
Okay. The dice pool is set, so whenever you are ready, go ahead and roll me that. It's going to be pretty difficult because he's got some good stuff here.
Can I add a light point to that? Is that how that works?
By all means, yes, you can.
So I just go back to where do I go to add that again?
So in your destiny pool on your character sheet, it'll say in the middle, it'll say use light side.
That's just what it is.
Click on that button and it'll go boop.
Yep.
And now we're to 4 to 4 people. Ooh, bring them to me. Bring them to me.
Cool. And then go ahead and click the other button.
No, I've got it upgraded already. Okay. So yeah, whenever you are ready, go ahead and roll that.
Cool. Let me go back to that thingy and boom.
Ooh. So as you say these words, he's kind of shrugs them off a little bit, but he's kind of like, wait a minute. And you see that doubt for a quick second, and then he's like, oh. You failed to impose something bad upon him. But you have two advantages. Now, you could do one of two things with that. You can you could give a player somewhere a boost, or you could make something for him to be a little negative.
Okay. So I have 2 advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna add a setback dice to him.
Okay.
His next check.
All right. He's going to get a setback dice. Awesome.
And I just have my arms folded with the ball in my hand, and I'm just tapping it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's kind of in that like, oh, wait a second. Oh, shoot. Okay. All righty. So next PC slot, who would like it?
I'll take it. So which one am I actually on this board?
You're the one on the bottom. It's just very dark.
You know what?
I think
I am, you know what? No. You are
now here. Cool.
He is not there. You are there. There you are.
Yep. I was like, wait, that's not me. Like, I'm not a robot yet. Maybe.
I knew. I'm like going, oh, wait a minute, GM shit, forgot one thing.
Twilight is going to be my new band name.
I'm gonna just honestly just try and go for number 8.
Okay, so you run up to number 8.
Well,
and yeah, you grab it, and you've got a maneuver. You can move back, or you can stay there. Whatever. What would you like to do? You know that next round they're gonna have quite a few things that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think I'll move back, just like a fraction. Like
okay.
There.
Okay, and you've got that ball with you.
Yep.
So awesome. All right. And well, that's not right. And so okay. All right. Where are we at? Which brings us to the last PC slot.
Yes. I'm going to go grab number 4.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move back a little bit to make sure that it doesn't disintegrate.
Yep, it does not disintegrate.
And then I want to just address the other side. Like, never played this before, not quite sure my strength. I might end up eliminating you in a bigger way, and I want to just look right at the Toydarian.
Nice. And he kind of looks at you and is like, rude. At which point the Toydarian is like, you think that's funny, don't you? Well, Tinibada or the Boomjaba. And he basically off the back, he kind of hits his arm. He's doing a little programming, and suddenly in his backpack, you see there is a little droid that comes off his back. And well, that's not going to work. So let's try something else. So the little droid kind of comes off his back, and he seems to be commanding it, and it flies right there. And that's all he does.
Okay.
Last but not least, the human just moves down to over here, and he's kind of guarding. He's like, bring it on. And he's looking at you, Zerk. He's like, come on. And he gives you a little kiss. Come on. And but you could see that he's a little bit scared of what.
As soon as he does, it's like, are you really trying to intimidate me while running away?
Yeah. And that brings us to the end of the first round. And the thing to note, to remind everyone, rounds here, unlike D&D, is not 6 seconds. Mm-hmm. It's a minute. Yeah. So even though, like, sometimes you only roll once to shoot your blasters, it's the course of that minute what happens. But before we get into round 2, we're going to take a quick break to rehydrate and find out how this battle is going to go. So catch us in about 5 to 10 minutes. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you soon.
Some see me as a cynic. They come in for the base, but they stay for the acidic. I've been on that paper chase, keeping pace for a minute, and I'm aiming to appreciate the moment while I'm in it. Genesis a menace on the mic, so sinister. You might get some venom from the bites I administer. Winner from the start, superstar with the finisher. I got a decent heart, but I'm hardly a minister. A bardic apprentice, I'm innocent as a lamb. Worm like I'm Dennis, I don't dare to give a damn. Firm in the philosophy, I am who I am. I'm a carbon commodity, I need to be verified on the gram. Tightrope walking the it and the superego. Lifeboat liable to fire the torpedoes. Keeping to the credo. I'm free to achieve the dream, or at the very least I can release some of my steam. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil in people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H. OOD. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. So we're supposed to be sophisticated. Then why is 67% of the population undereducated? Emotionally incapacitated. Historically opinionated characters end up assassinated. And that's okay with the people faking it day to day. Capitalizing on capitalism, it's pay to play. Waiting for data to make it fade away. Whether you admit it, but witnessing biological decay of the human race. We're going to a new place. I really hope it comes soon. I don't do space, two-faced, trembling bass, running the rebel base. Outpacing enemies in the interface. In your face like a zygomatic arch. I got them in lockstep, meaning my melodramatic march is effective, albeit rather subjective. I encourage you to pursue a new perspective. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil in people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H. OOD. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. Since the day I was born, I've been non-conforming. I put myself in a position to make a living performing. Haters should consider this a formal warning. I've been swarming on them like a storm, I'm global warming. I'm not the one, done been through too much madness. Mastered the wrath and the sadness. You would need an atlas to match where I'm at. The fat cat put a nerdcore rap back on the map, that's Yazik. Weaving that underwater basket. Rap till I'm wrapped in a casket. Snapping I'm back on the track like I'm Matt Foley. Stay blown like a fiberglass gasket. Gassed up, I'm a maniacal minotaur. Try to hit me with your best shot, Pat Minotaur. Try to get me on that guest spot, but I stay in the lab, and that's where I'ma be until they put me up on the slab. It's magic. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil in people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H. OOD. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. Life is short, do with it as you please. You're the only person that you ever have to appease. Or search your weaponry by stepping in DSDs. But you gotta know that nobody gets any guarantees. Seize opportunity, embrace your development. Replacing the elements, erasing irrelevance. Facing the blatant display of decay and our elegance. Merrick was a man, not an elephant. Tell him on the merit of the self-reflection. Minimize any malevolent misdirection. Keeping them at a downright distant disconnection. An example of natural selection. And I might be slightly erratic. Ghost in the shell, I'm a light in the attic. And I'm quite the dramatic, a minute for the attention. Ready to ascend and transcend dimensions. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil in people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H. OOD. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me.
Who goes there? Why you dummies always coming in my bear like you want the smoke? All these wannabe heroes underprepared for the nightmare and despair that they dare to provoke. Most folk are doing their best to avoid me. Floor full of bones of the people that annoy me. Every now and then I get a couple of daredevils with the audacity to think that they can destroy me. Good luck with that, man. I got panoramic vision, meaning that I can see in any direction with precision. If it's your decision to attack, I suggest that you come back when your plans had a bit of revision to it. Notably, you should accept defeat. Consider this your last opportunity to retreat. Repeat, that was your last chance to survive. I hope that you enjoyed your time being alive.
You foolish for ignore the warning. Now you'll be dead before the morning. You should have looked over your shoulder. You're in the eye of the beholder.
I am the tyrant, get it? I've actually been told that I'm a pretty funny guy. Wait a minute, what were we discussing? I lost my train of thought. Oh, that's right, you were just about to die. How can I forget that? It's my favorite part. The only thing left to consider is where to start. In addition to magical abilities, I'm smart. I can make your demise art. Anyway, it appears that the wizard in your party is a gnome who was worth about the same as if he would have stayed at home. I'll activate my anti-magic cone, and in a moment I'll turn him into stone. When the barbarian inevitably flies into rage, I'll disintegrate her with one of my eye rays. By the way, I haven't even begun to try. Fly by and take a bite of the fighter's thigh.
You foolish for ignore the warning. Now you'll be dead before the morning. You should have looked over your shoulder. You're in the eye of the beholder.
While the fighter attempts to collect himself, he bleeds out on the space I dismembered him in. I wouldn't waste time telling me your names. I can guarantee that nobody's ever gonna remember them. Then again, you'll be on the list of my victims at the bottom of a column of other anonymous prey. You should take a minute to reflect on the day and the last words you'll ever say. Time's up, you're the lone survivor, the last one left. And halfling rogues are admittedly deft, but you broke into my home and you've stolen my time. I'm afraid I cannot allow theft. Throw you up into the air with my telekinesis. Finger of death to obliterate you into pieces, and that's that. Wink and a tip of the hat. That was good for my practice. Thanks for the chat.
You foolish for ignore the warning. Now you'll be dead before the morning. You should have looked over your shoulder. You're in the eye of the beholder. Yeah. You foolish for ignore the warning. Now you'll be dead before the morning. You should have looked over your shoulder. You're in the eye of the beholder.
A glass cannon is a character that can put out obscene damage very quickly, but is also incredibly frail.
I'm the one that gets it done in the clutch, so you know I never really gotta worry too much. I'm a glass cannon, glass cannon. You don't even want a dose of the smoke, so I'm recommending that you never try to provoke. A glass cannon, I'm a glass cannon.
If your objective is blatant confrontation, then you haters have greatly underestimated my station. I dominate with divination, I conquer with conjuration. I'm bonkers with evocation, I'm astonishing at abjuration. Patiently waiting for my invitation to help alleviate my already unbelievable reputation. No conversation, the brains of the operation, the pain of the population contained in a concentration of a spell slot. I got 27 in the clip, missiles emitting from my fingertips like warships. That's a handgun, damn son, shooting from the hip. Only one using telekinesis to get a grip. Cantrips waiting to be cast off. Prismatic wall, make them all blast off. Cackling my ass off, incapacitating them with laughter. Yazzik ain't the caster you wanna go after.
I'm the one that gets it done in the clutch, so you know I never really gotta worry too much. I'm a glass cannon, glass cannon. You don't even want a dose of the smoke, so I'm recommending that you never try to provoke. A glass cannon, I'm a glass cannon.
Anyone wanting to interfere can get weird and witness your worst worst fears in a 30-foot sphere. I don't care if you're a barbarian or a cavalier. Kick it into high gear, let me make myself clear. The pioneer, I can make your peers disappear. Send them to the ethereal plane as if they were never here. Cheers roaring in my ears, dearly revered. I'm happy to domineer any volunteers. Sincerely out of control, top of the totem pole. My cone of cold is freezing them fire trolls whole. I got the strap, just looking to trap souls. I've been snapping my firebolt, leaving smoldering holes. It's incredibly difficult not to acknowledge me. I am a prodigy, you'll read about me in your mythology. No apologies, I'm impossible to demolish. Consider this admonishing, second guessing my polish, you bitch.
I'm the one that gets it done in the clutch, so you know I never really gotta worry too much. I'm a glass cannon, glass cannon. You don't even.
Hello, welcome back. We are back here playing a little Star Wars RPG, Edge of the Empire, a little homebrew Slug games. Our intrepid players are now invested in round 2 of Dodgeball of Death. If you're just joining us, this is a unique Tournament of Champions tryout. And so far, our players are winning. They already got one of the eliminations, but this is round 2. Well, it's open, but you do have most of the balls, dodgeballs in there. And the one thing in round 2 is that suddenly the 2 missing balls that came suddenly pop in, and they kind of roll in mysteriously from the side and just kind of land in there. So 2 more balls just popped in on the line.
I don't trust it.
So 2 balls got missed. So
I would like the first player slot if no one minds.
Oh yeah, nope.
All right. Does the not Trandoshan,
Tridorian? Yes,
Tridorian.
Mm-hmm.
Does the Tridorian pulling his droid count as acting?
Commanding his droid?
Like him pulling out the droid and commanding it, does that count as acting in the encounter?
Technically, yes.
Okay, I'm targeting the human then.
Okay.
So I'm going to attempt to hit that human. Hit that human.
Hit that human. Crowd chant.
So sorry about the mess applies. Does quick strike also apply?
You know what? Because there's no combat, this is the first round of combat. Yes. So it would apply.
Okay, got it. So then quick strike to add a blue boost dice. Sorry about the mess, to decrease the critical rating of a weapon.
Mm-hmm. It really doesn't have a critical rating, but we'll figure that out in a second, depending.
Worth testing. And going to roll my ranged light at that distance.
Okay. Now, because of your talents.
That was a question. Sorry, not a.
Yes. Yeah, you can use ranged light. So you'd go to the skills. Now, because of your talents, you add how many boosts to your roll because they haven't interacted yet?
I think that I only have 1 rank. I only have 1 rank of quick strike.
Okay. So quick
just
strike.
1 boost.
Okay. So I will add that boost in there. Range wise, you are going to go for the human. He is just out of short range.
Damn.
Yeah, so it is going to be.
If I move a little bit to where I'm straight on, would it be short range?
Nope. Because it's designed that if you are in the back and someone's there, it's going to be medium range. They have to be away from the wall. So that's where it's one of those properties of like, So if it's past 30 feet, it is medium range.
Okay.
So it's going to be 2 purple. And let me double check to see he doesn't have anything specific for him. Yeah, he is a jerk. You get that boost. Is there anything else?
This moment. No, because I've already used the quick draw is only for drawing a weapon. Here's a question. If I throw and then run, would I then be able to pick up ball 5 just in case it's real? I'm not gonna trust
yes, you
it,
could.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then,
because it's still an incidental. So moving to that location, you'd be able to pick it up.
Okay, then that's going to be my course of action is throwing the ball and then immediately, not even waiting to see if it hits, and then immediately running to pick up another one.
Okay. So it's going to be mirror range was 2 purple. You've got a boost, and there's going to be a setback because he was a little bit guarded stance from last round because he really didn't do much. And the die is set. So what would you like to do?
Ranged light.
Roll that dice.
Was that the setback on top of the one I gave him?
Oh, thank you for that.
Oh, my bad. Do you want me to? Sorry, I hit.
Nope. He's going to actually have it would be if he does something, it would be a setback. So it's not going to be this round. So but it looks like he got eliminated. You nailed him hard with that ball. As he's kind of looking, he was kind of dodging it and he's waiting for it. And you go and you chucked it at him. And he thought to get out of the way. It impacts on him. And then you hear boom as a big explosion hits him with a fireball as the ball explodes when you hit him.
I think I killed that man.
Considering you did 8 plus 3, so you did 11 points of damage minus his soak. So you did 8 points of damage, wounds to him as he is just charred from this impact. And the referee droid goes, eliminated.
I told you I was good at hitting stuff. And then I'm going to run to try and pick up ball 5.
All right. So you run over to ball 5 and you pick it up.
And do I have enough movement to move back from the line a little bit?
You could probably move, let's see, that was about, so you can get to about back here.
Okay, so I'm going to position
right there.
myself right about here.
Yep, no problem.
With ball 5. Whether
ball
it
5.
disintegrates or not.
It does not disintegrate.
Good to know.
So, all right, that is the first player slot, and you've eliminated another player. And something unique has now happened.
That's an understatement.
That's definitely an understatement.
But I will say that as he's eliminated, I just go.
And he's just charred. He's just charred from this explosion.
I was expecting red, but black looks good on you, actually.
All right. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this.
I'm so glad I spent XP on those combat moves.
Yep.
Fair.
Mr. Zedek, this Gan did not like your, and he is deciding to do something about it. And he's going to throw his ball at you. The question becomes,
is he throwing
he's throwing it at you.
Oh, perfect. I would like to use my incidental dodge maneuver, please.
All right. So you take strain from that, I believe.
Let me double check.
Yep. Since it's incidental, it's an action. So it upgrades the difficulty. So it's going to go from a purple to a red. Now, because he moved into short range, it's only going to be 1 purple. Now it turns into 1 red. But you do have defense. So if you actually, on your character sheet, you'll see what says wound threshold, strain threshold, armor, or soak. And then there's an armor defense. I believe you have a 1 on your armor defense.
Yep.
So I have to add a setback to your roll. And then you also have some other, if you get hit, any crits and things of that nature diminish. And there's something else on your character sheet that you have. Do you have a dodge? So you have dodge.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else on him that I'm wondering how I got? Any other talent?
On the combat thingy, I don't think.
Oh no, frenzy attack. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on my turn.
Yep, that's on your turn. Okay, so he comes up. It's going to be this is going to be a pretty not too difficult of a shot. You've got some light side points there.
Yeah, let's blow some stuff up. Yeah.
All right. So you're going to use a light side?
Sure.
All right. Use a light side, which is going to upgrade the difficulty. So it's going to add a purple dice to him. All right. He is ready. And he is going to go throw this ball at you. And he is going to use... he's going to use ranged heavy. He's going to be like he's going to just angrily throw this ball at you.
That's fair.
That is called a flat wash. He missed you.
I've never seen that before. Okay.
And it bounces next to you as you just out of the split second, you dodge out of the way as the ball goes bink and just kind of sits right there.
Thank you for the ball.
Yep. And then he moves back as another maneuver and takes a little bit of strain as he's stressed because he did not like what he missed. He thought he was going to hit, moving up, but nope, he missed. And that's just not good. And they're running out of players. So, next player. All right. Glenna.
Yeah, I've established myself as a very hot threat. I knew one of them was going to go for
it. No doubt.
Yep. So he's moving up. He's moving on up. And yeah, he's going to get in short range. Yes, thank you.
Had to do it.
Like,
thank you.
Breaks out in song. And they say musicals are unrealistic.
I know, right? Day of my life.
All right. So he is going to throw the ball at you. It is going to be short range.
Okay.
And yeah, we're going to do that. Because, they're a threat. And do you want anything on your side? You don't have any.
Can I take strain? I don't have any defensive maneuvers. Can I take strain to use coordination to try and dodge it?
Unfortunately, you don't have a talent that does that.
Okay.
So
I wasn't sure if I could.
Yep. No problem. There's no hurt in asking. Yeah. Let's see. So anything else?
I'm really hot.
Okay, there's a setback right there. Yep.
Well done.
Well done.
That's why you ask.
That's why you make out. That's why you RP. Why we RP. Anything else? And how do you do this hotness to distract him because you know he's coming at you?
I just
amazing.
absolutely pull out the doe eyes and I look up and I'm just like, oh, you wouldn't hit a girl, would you?
And with that,
I really hope he doesn't hit a girl.
I roll.
This is such a absolute opposite of Hezra.
Oh yeah.
No! Okay.
Oh, come on.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. The setbacks did some mighty fine work there.
So this is what happens.
Hoy.
So he tries to throw it at you. Or he throws it at you. But you've got the ball, you've got one of the balls, and you use it as a defense to try to block this ball. So he doesn't hit you with the ball. The only problem is it explodes. So I could use the crit to activate blast. Or I could use the triumph, I should say, the triumph to activate blast. Or I could use triumph to do something more devious. And that's what I'm going to do.
was gonna say devious is
That
always
is-
the way to go.
There wasn't a question at all there. Like, let me be very
None of us
clear
are
on
sitting here going, "Don't be devious."
Oh no! Please,
No.
not anything
no.
devious.
Oh yeah.
That just
Nothing
sounds like
nefarious
kobold.
here.
So
Nothing
the
like
ball
kobold, like-
explodes, and it basically the ball in your hand bounces out of your hand, bounces off the back wall, and goes onto their side.
Oh,
I can do that. Losing a ball is better than losing the game.
That's true.
For now.
And Elliot,
Yes.
the ball that you have
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
goes 5 feet. Goes right there.
Could be worse.
Could have exploded. I thought it was going to explode.
I honestly was expecting it to explode in my hands.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be- All right. Good, good.
Do I take any wounds from that since it exploded?
No, because blast, I did not activate blast. If I had activated blast, both would have taken damage.
Okay.
But instead I took the ball. So the blast kind of hit, and Sinya, you saw this explosion. You kind of hit the deck for a second, kind of came up as you kind of shielded yourself a little bit as the explosion kind of got pushed to the side a little bit. So, all right. So that is there. So they've got one more NPC slot. And so on the side, one of the charmer is going to take his turn, and he's going to look at the droid. B2. All right. 1 second here. And so we got B2. He's going to try to charm you. He does have the disadvantage that was given to him before.
Mhm.
So because of that earlier process. What is your cool?
My cool. It's 3 diamonds.
3 diamonds, 3 green diamonds?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So he's going to try to charm you, but he's going to have some disadvantages because of this process. And it's going to be 3 purple.
Mhm.
And he's going to try to convince you that he's going to try to convince you to say, hey, really, you don't want to do this, do you? That ball, you've got that ball in your hand. Are you sure you just don't want to give it to? We only have one. It's kind of unfair right now. Come on, just throw him the ball. Really, oil bath later.
Are
And
we allowed to respond to the fact that they're saying this to him?
sure.
Don't listen to him, B2. Remember, we're your best friends.
That's true. I did. You are my best friends. I registered that. And giving them the ball would like hurt you guys, and I don't want to hurt you guys. You're my best friends since yesterday.
Today, actually.
All right, I'm going to give you a boost. That's beautiful, beautiful on that. All right. Anything else before I roll?
If anyone else wants to help motivate this droid to not give over the ball.
I mean, can I do anything about that?
I
Sure.
will. Oh, go.
Good camaraderie check. Very anime.
So
Got
he's.
you. Sorry.
What do you want to say?
Which droid am I speaking to again? Our
So the
droid?
human that's that lost, who's all burnt up, he's kind of giving the sob story to B2. He's like, "Come on, you've got all the balls. We're damn. Be nice, share."
Sharing is caring, but I mean, I'm going to help my teammate here, and we deserve more balls than you. So listen to the pretty one and just do what we say.
I mean, it does say on my arm, teamwork makes the dream work. And this is my team.
Indeed.
I'm playing into that too.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'll sort of add seasoning on top of the meal here by simply saying, besides, you'd have to turn that smiley face into a frowny face if you give the ball away.
It's true, and
True.
that'll take a good half an hour.
And I would
We don't
also
have
give
time.
you an oil bath too later. But I mean, if you do that, then that's not going to happen.
All right.
Roll 3 points.
Stirring the pot.
3 setbacks. Adding 3 setbacks because that is just perfect of arguments against us. Convincing your teammate, don't do it. He's going to roll negotiations. He's trying to negotiate with you to do this. All right, here we go. Yeah.
You deserve
Fuck
that,
it.
Winky. You
Nope.
deserve that winky face.
Yeah. He
yeah,
just
he
kind of
does.
looks at you and is like, dang it. Dang it. And yeah, so so that brings us to PC slots. So far we've had
I went.
yep.
I
So,
would like to go get a ball,
Okay,
if that is okay.
perfect. So you've got 2 and you got 1 right there. Which one would you like?
Does a 2 belong to somebody?
No, it's just laying on the ground next to someone.
Okay, I will go grab 2.
Mm-hmm.
And let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Would by using maybe a little quietly, would I be able to like maneuver the ball to kind of fly a little bit further?
Like with force?
Uh-huh.
You want to use force on the ball. Oops. To
Try to like get it to, I'm going to try to like, I wanted to throw it at somebody, but I wanted to like, go a little bit further. Because I can't hit anybody over here.
Oh, you can hit them. It's just 2 purple. You can do a
Oh, I
range.
still can?
Oh yeah. So it's just instead of 1 purple, it's going to be 2 purple.
It's just a harder throw.
Yeah.
I misunderstood that. That is
Yeah.
my bad.
No
Okay.
worries.
So
That will be if you moved there. If you move a little bit further down, since you still have movement, if you move to about right here, that might be a short range throw.
okay. I can't get the
Yeah, that's a short range throw,
Oh, okay, perfect.
which
I
would
was
be
thinking-
1 purple.
Okay. Then
Before you roll, I got to set the dice up. Anything else?
I don't know what else to do. Let's see. Sorry, I've been going through my stuff and trying to think, what can I do? No, all my
Do you have any combat abilities?
This is pretty good. So yeah, so what are you looking at? Ranged light or ranged heavy to throw this ball at this guy?
I can do range, let's see, probably light.
Okay, you got a little bit yellow in your ranged light.
Yeah, let me see. Which is better? So yeah, I can do range light. It's a little bit better.
Okay, so on your skills check, you know what? Anything else? You have 4 light side. I have 4 dark side.
You guys okay if I use a light side point?
Go for it.
Go for it.
They have 4 to use.
All right, so I'm going to
They're
upgrade
not there to
that.
look pretty. That's what we're for. Hey.
Hey.
All right, so go ahead on that destiny pool. You want to hit that use light side. Right,
Okay.
Perfect. So I've upgraded on the sheet. So when you are ready, roll your ranged light and see
Okay.
what we get.
Uh,
2 successes.
good.
Whap! You nailed him very well. And as the ball strikes him and kind of beams off a little bit, you hear the droid, eliminate. Did.
Oh, normally I'm not used to playing with balls, but I did it.
There's actually that one time. Never mind.
Make a note.
The players will make a note of this one.
Yeah. See, we're filling in the backstory between Zerk and Persephone, between the cantina and now, with lots of details.
Then if that's all I can do, that's my go.
Yep. And the ball kind of just sits there. Now, you could, if you wanted to, use another maneuver for 2 strain and move to the back of the court.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll do that.
So you take 2 strain on you just hit 2 in there on use strain and you move back. So if someone tries to hit you, it's going to be medium instead of short.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Which leaves us to another PC slot. So we've got 3 PC slots left. The rest of you, who's going to go next?
I'll go next because I want my ball back. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And I'd probably want to do like a heavy ranged throw at whomever I can.
So you got 2 targets left. They're both in the back. So it's going to be, even if you move closer up or you can stay where you are, you get to pick which one you want. And they're going to, yeah.
Yeah. Let's go for the flying one with is still around, the one that had the backpack,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that one.
Okay. So with that, you move up, and before you roll, I gotta double check a few things. He's got a few things on him that it's gonna be short range. He's got an item or two that a little defensive here. And he pulls up. Oh yeah. That's gonna be that. And yeah, I'm using a little dark side here. Upgrade that difficulty.
What accent was that, Jay?
I gotta use a little dark side. It's dark side. The dark side. The dark side.
That accent springs from the land of excitement, which is based in the country of enthusiasm.
I see.
Yes.
The Feywild. Oh, okay.
So the dice are set. Go ahead and go to your skill tab. Go down to your ranged heavy, you said, because you've got better. You've got some yellows. Go ahead and roll those dice. All right. So as you roll, you miss and dodge out of the way. He dodges out of the way. And the unique thing about that is it explodes on the back wall as you see these ray shields just as you realize too, is that the entire court, dodgeball court, has like ray shielding around it. So the balls can't leave and they bounce off the walls and explode and don't harm anyone else, but you can pass through them. So it's a modification on that point. But the ball explodes, but you miss him. And he's like, kind of flies out of the way as you try to hit him. All right. Anything else? You could use take 2 strain to move back away from the edge.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So you're going to move back to the back of the wall. You can move as far as you want back. So
Okay, we'll just go back here.
all right, perfect. Which brings us to the last PC slot.
That would be me.
Me too. What are you going to do?
So, what's this droid up front here been doing this whole time?
It's moving towards you. It hasn't been directed yet, which is about to next, right after this.
Okay. What's up, Ash?
I think it was
the droid.
Is it
droid?
It's Patrick. Is it B2's turn, or did he go already?
I didn't do anything.
You
wait,
I'm
no.
sorry. I was thinking about the
picked up the ball
charm.
and then
Sorry, that's my bad.
No. Actually, both of you two still have turns.
Yeah, because there was three left, and then
So my mistake.
No, so we're good. We're still good.
Yeah, you're good. Okay.
So if I move down here, am I close enough to reach out and interact with this droid?
Yeah, you could.
Okay. I'm gonna move down and go, no. We don't need this. And I would like to see if I could disable this droid and or bring it to our side, maybe using computers if possible.
Oh. So what are you how are you trying to disable or trying to communicate with that?
essentially like, right, yeah, if we take the yellow wire out and put that here, and then the red wire, and then that here, and who knows what fun could happen, that kind of thing.
Okay, so you're going to try to grab him and try to kind of do that little stuff on him. Okay.
Yeah. It's either that or I could just like punch it, but I mean, it's
for fun, we're going to see how it's going to be. It's going to be easy to grab him, but he's got a little bit of defense.
Sure.
So you can try to grab him, and you can use either a brawl or athletics to try to grab him. And based off of that, if you succeed, then you can try to do a computer check to see if you can try to screw with his circuitry. Okay. So the dice are set, so you can try to grab him. Again, athletics or brawl.
Okay. I'm not good at either of those things, so let's see what happens. Because I didn't think that far ahead. Yeah, 2 in that. Yeah, I'm not good at it.
Is it to distract a droid?
It's a good question.
Very difficult. I'm never distracted.
I respect that so much. Yeah, I'll just we'll just see what happens because I have no idea.
All right. So you failed to grab him. So you couldn't get in, grab him, but you can still try to do, if you wanted to swat him or do something else. Or just move back. Completely up to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna.
You do have a ball with you, yes.
I do. But I think what I'm gonna do is, so like I'm trying to like reach out and like touch it, and it like moves out of the way, and then it's like, oh, I wasn't asking, and I'm gonna try to like actually like try to like separate those wires with force instead of like picking it out, if that makes sense.
Okay, so you're just basically trying to bash it. What are you going to try to bash it with? So the mechanics tools or that you've got, or something else, or a ball, or
yes. Let's right in its mechanical face. Sure, why not?
All right, so a brawl or a melee. Which one would you like?
Oh, definitely melee. No doubt about that. Ugh, still not great.
Yeah, so as you try, it just kind of zoom, zoom, zoom. It's just dodging you big time.
Okay.
But you do have an advantage, so you could pass a boost on. But you can pass a boost on to B2.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. It's like I'm just like as I'm chasing it, I'm just like, big guy, can you a little help? Of course, because like you're about a foot taller than me.
Which brings us to B2.
You want me to get him?
Please. He's annoying the hell out of me.
Question. Am I able to throw a ball and then punch the little droid? Or is that too many actions in one?
That would be too many actions in one thing. But yeah, it would be because you need 2 actions, one to punch and one to throw.
Gotcha.
But if you had had 2 balls, you could do 2 throws. But to do a combination, it's a little bit on that difficult point.
Gotcha. I was directed to get this little droid, so I want to punch it. I want to decimate it.
You're gonna punch and decimate it with your hand?
Yeah, with my vibro knuckles that are attached.
That is just perfect. All right. You do have light side points if you would like to use.
I will save that for other people.
Okay. You've got a lot of them, but no worries. So the dice are set. So you just need to, actually go to your combat tab and you want to go to your vibro knuckles and roll on your vibro knuckles. It'll be in between the crit and the encumbrance.
Gotcha.
The little dice there.
All right. And it's all set?
It's all set. So you technically missed, but you have a triumph. The triumph is something miraculous storytelling element. Is there and you have 2 advantages for yourself or something. Is there something while you're trying to hit this thing and it dodged out of the way? What happens? What advantage do you have on this thing? Or what does it do?
If it's flying out of the way and I miss it with the punch, am I able to like grab it by some exposed wires and like pull it in?
So here is the miraculous thing that we're going to say. Because you mentioned it before, as you're trying to grab it, you could use that triumph. One of the triumphs is you could get a free maneuver. But as you're flailing, I would say you could throw the ball.
Okay, I like that.
You could throw the ball since you stated it ahead of time, and you're trying to flay it. In the moment of trying to grab this thing, the ball flies out of your hand, and you can aim it at something. What do you want to hit?
I want to aim it at the non-Toydarian. I forget what he was.
The Grand.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you're going to throw, because you rolled that triumph, that's giving you that ability to be able to do that. Doesn't have another special ability that he can do. Nope, it's just durable. So the dice pool is set. So give me either a ranged heavy or ranged light.
I'll go ahead and do ranged light. I'm better with that.
All right. Oh, and you know what? Would you like to have... do you want to use the boost that you just got on your throw?
Yes.
All right. There you go. The dice pool are now set. So,
all right.
Can we inspire him, maybe? Is that a thing we can do?
How do you want to inspire him?
You can do this. We're going to be best friends forever.
Look at those arms, baby. You got this.
You are amazing.
I believe in you. We believe in you. We got this. Teamwork.
So for team 5?
That is so worth another boost. So roll it.
All right, and go.
Success. So as you throw the ball and it hits him, you hear this, one of the referees, eliminated. And but this was very stressful for you and you're taking 2 strain.
Okay. Oh, my joints, my little lug nuts.
Just my joints.
You're going to get an oil bath later.
I sure hope so.
Worth it.
Name brand, please.
So now the Toydarian's turn. He's sitting there, he's punching away at his computer, and this thing kind of comes over to you, Zarek. Actually, and he's just buzzing around you. You're gonna
annoying.
Oh, very annoying. He's making it very, very difficult to throw any balls or anything like that.
Interesting.
And then he's going to move over here to this ball, and he's going to hold, and he's just going to wait for that turn to happen.
As he's doing that, I'm just going to say, do you really want to use this time to annoy us into your dodgeball oblivion? Really? Really? All right.
Yes, and it's going to be fine. You're going to lose. I can handle it. Me versus all of you. I can do it. Get him.
And he's kind of coming in.
How much is this droid worth?
Oh, don't even think about that.
Good.
And we are now at the top of the round.
Cool.
First player slot. Who would like it?
I have an idea.
Ooh, idea. We
Yes.
like ideas, and we like
Ideas are good.
Team 5 ideas. We like it. Team 5 ideas.
Okay, so what I'd like to try, emphasis on try, is I'd like to move up to where the droid is buzzing around
Mm-hmm.
and look at Zerk and say, "Give me the ball real quick. Just trust me on this." Can we pass the ball between ourselves since it's this close?
Incidental, and you have the quick draw, so yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'm going to, at very short range, attempt to take this ball and hit the droid.
Ooh. Okay. All right. We're going to throw that is, yeah. Would you like to add any dice?
It's moving fast. I do think I want to use a light side.
Oh, actually, before I forget, I am a 1, 2,
And
3.
the droid, here's a question. That droid, has it done anything that would count as acting in this encounter?
It's yes, it
Okay,
has. So
just
I'm
making
gonna,
sure.
I'm unfortunately need to retrovac because there is another ball that comes in at the bottom of the screen. Just have it. So because it's at the top of the round, forgot we were at the top of the round, and so there is 6 balls into play. So one ball kind of rolls in.
Also, while I'm trying to do this, I am going to say, get ready to jump out of the way, guys.
What?
These balls have been exploding.
All right,
that's
so the dice are pool set. Unless you would like to use anything else, go ahead and give me that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have any other, other than the quick draw, everything else depends on it not having done anything this encounter.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much done at this moment. But yeah.
So I'm going to attempt basically a very short range light throw against this droid.
It's going to be engaged range, so it's a little bit more difficult, but yeah, go ahead for it. Success.
That's no failures on the final results.
Nope, that is a success. You hit this thing.
Wow.
So the ball smacks into this thing and grounds to the ground, and the droid goes, eliminated.
Did we win?
Yeah, we did.
Did we? Oh, goodness.
No.
we
Well,
won.
there's still
No, we
a
haven't
Toydarian
won.
on the field,
Oh no.
but the Toydarian doesn't have the droid anymore, and I hope that droid's at least partially disabled.
He's a
It's a little-
cheater. He's a total cheater. So we got this.
As soon as the referee says eliminated, I think that one should be eliminated because that was an additional combatant that we did not agree. It was supposed to be 5-on-5. It was 6-on-5. Therefore, that person should be eliminated.
He's right. Team 3 brought an illegal number of players onto the field.
Filthy cheater.
Inquiry, judgment, ruling. Nope. Game continue. Not against rules.
All right, then I want to merge to it with another team next time then.
Wait, if it's not against the rules, we really owned that droid, and therefore it should be on our team now.
That's fair.
Properties brought in can be properties used.
Oh, I'm absolutely saying we use it.
Mhm.
But we owned him, and therefore he's ours now.
And the Tudorian's kind of smirking at you like, he's still on my side. But you know what? You can have this. And he flies up with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who's getting it?
Probably me.
Nope.
Oh,
He's definitely coming at me.
Oh, yeah, he's coming at you.
He's definitely coming at me.
Yeah, he's definitely coming at you. But it's going to be short range. You got setback, or you've got some, definitely some good stuff. Are you going to be using an instrument or dodge?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So that is going to upgrade it from 1 purple to a red. Anything else? You've got
GM.
4 light side. Yes.
Can we try to distract him from throwing?
he's got a great view down my top.
And she is hot.
She is hot. We're all pretty hot.
Everyone.
Look, this character's using
with
her
hotness.
exactly.
Double hotness.
I will allow it. Generally, it's on your
Yeah.
turns, but because of the established, I will allow it,
hotness.
the established hotness and use of said hotness
I
of a
have
group.
a leather cat suit on and expensive pretty jewelry. I'm marvelous, and so is my other 12 friends. So
My
under
jacket
all
is really cool.
And
so.
just imagine 2 Twi'leks.
And
Yeah.
under all of
Twilight.
these robes,
Honey.
it's a cute, tight little dress.
Just like twirl my leku around my
And I'm
finger.
also posing.
In
I love
vogue.
you too, so much.
okay,
Amazing.
you're doing great.
Back added.
Actually, I had
love
a
that.
question.
Yes.
I'm a little taller than Zerk, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're by a foot.
Okay. Can I stand like behind him with my arms outstretched, preparing to catch the ball if it were to come close?
That's interesting.
Yes, but you would have had to gone on first on your turn and use that as an action.
Okay.
So that's one of those things where you actually makes it. You can use, instead of throwing a ball, if you had you could say, I'm just going to stand there and wait and guarded stance. So then it would be an upgrade.
Yeah.
And then if you've got 3, that 3 setback or that despair, then you catch that ball if someone's
Gotcha.
throwing it at you.
All right,
Gotcha.
cool. Well, then I'll just
All right.
continue to pose distractingly.
All righty. So setback added, and he is going to throw the ball,
Okay.
and he is going to. I have to use a dark side because the one player that does not have anything. There's a reason why he's on this team. He has no combat skills. He's the tech guy. So
We took out all of his brawlers.
oh yeah, you did.
Whoa.
Damn, okay.
Oh,
Two
shit.
advantages, though. That's a problem.
Yeah.
3 failures.
3
I love that
failures.
for
Three
us.
failures.
I love that for
It,
us.
it looks like this. So as he's flying,
Yeah.
he takes the ball 2-handed and goes, whoop, and it just goes bonk, 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 bonk. It lands like 2 feet in front of you and then just kind of rolls right up to you. And he just kind of looks like that. And he's like, shit. And then just flies back.
I have my blaster.
Shake roll for hotness.
Yeah, he was distracted by the hotness. Definitely.
Team hotness.
Do you blame him?
Presence 3. What?
All right.
Gang.
The individuals on the bench are rooting and going, you can do it. Yeah, we're gonna go right to the next PC slot. So you have all 4 PC slots. Who would like to go next?
I gotta go. Like, I was just
Knock this
targeted.
dude out of the air.
I absolutely have to go.
Okay. You have a ball at your feet.
Yeah, I do. And let's see how he's. Even though I'm not great at range stuff, I'm more of a melee boy. Everybody. But alas, what can you do? So, yeah, I'll go ahead and grab number 4 and see if it explodes in my hand first.
It does not explode in your hand.
And how far away is this douchebag?
Unfortunately, it is going to be. It is.
Nailed it. So it's exactly 30, huh?
We're gonna say short because it's right at the 30 mark.
I think
It will be short.
I think that's fair. Okay. Well, in that case, let's see. You want to do anything to the ball? Like I was gonna like just wave it around, like almost like this.
I just say, hold on. And I blow on it for luck.
I am going to shout instead of like the Duval, it's going to be Zerg.
He'll take it. I don't think he has any idea how to take that. But
I had a boost. That's just perfect.
Well, there you go.
All of it, just perfect.
I love it. Okay, cool. So this is I gotta go. It's under skills, right?
Under skills, either range light or range heavy, whichever is better for you.
And they're both terrible. But I think considering we're nearing the
you got light side. You got light side.
I've been using a lot of them, but they're just sitting there. So I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
All right, I'm popping it. Use that light side. All right, so it's back up. I have upgraded the roll. So whenever you are set,
I am.
Yeah, let's see that roll.
All right, let's go.
Oh.
Woof. That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
The dice do not like dodgeball.
They do not.
They do
Goodness.
not. So as you throw that ball, he dodges it
Mm-hmm.
and it explodes behind him against the wall.
Ooh. You'll love to see it.
All right. Who would like the next slot?
I'll just say flying is bullshit.
Sinya, there's a ball basically.
I was
5 feet away
thinking
from
of
you.
grabbing that, and yeah, that was my next move. So I shall go back to the range.
While you're doing that, since I didn't use my movement, I'm going to start moving up toward ball number 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I good to roll?
So you're going to move down here. You're going to grab number 7 as an incidental, and as your action, you're going to be able to throw it.
Yes.
And that's going to be short range. He is.
Oh wow!
I put him at the wrong
At
the wrong spot. But
What was it the
That
right spot?
dude.
do you want to use any light side?
Yeah, sure.
All right, hit
Why not?
that. Use light side.
Go for
Yeah, you've
How
got
do
4 of them.
Does that auto mod into him? I don't know how.
So on your character sheet, you'll see Destiny Pool, and in between the 2 numbers of light and dark, you see light side. Just hit that button.
Okay,
I
so use
will-
light side.
Use
Yes,
light side.
exactly.
All right.
Hey,
Now
there it
I
is.
will automatically upgrade it. So any cheering from the stands?
Oh yeah, I mean, she's absolutely going to just. How did Persephone become a cheerleader? I don't know, but that's what's happening.
We lost that bet for sure.
Yeah, 100. You're so fucking hot.
Okay.
Do this.
Damn right I am.
I'm going to while they're preparing to throw, I'm gonna just look at the stands and just start doing that arms up motion. I'm like, God.
Nice. Glenna, as you're doing that in the stands, as you're panning in one of the
no.
seats, you see a little Ewok.
There we
Chicken.
go.
There it is. There's Bob.
We found him. God damn it, Bob.
Oh, shout out
Just
to the
eating
Raven
cereal
Queen.
while everyone else is cheering, almost
Yep.
like he doesn't even belong there.
Yep.
You don't even go here.
Let's see that beautiful roll.
Hey, look at that.
Hey, there we go.
There we go.
Much better.
So, with that being said, you chuck the ball. It flies, smacking him. You just timed it as he's trying to dodge out of the way. You anticipated the direction he was going,
Right in the trunk.
Right there.
and you just smack him hard. And then the explosion happens.
Good.
And he just explodes and just falls to the ground, cindering. And you're pretty sure you just almost killed him with that explosion.
Yep.
But he is burnt, charred. And you hear the droid go, elimination, game over, winners.
Team hotness.
I do a
Team five.
curtsy and I smile at the crowd. And so this was just the outcome we expected.
That's true.
I mean, yes, but also some of them looked kind of intimidating.
You know, I was thinking we need a team taunt. Like maybe
You're not. We're hot. You're not.
Yes.
I mean, that's really more y'all's speed, but I will. Okay. Oh,
Don't sell yourself short. You're cute
Oh.
too.
Team 5 here to thrive.
oh, well, thank you very
I
much.
got you, baby. We're all hot. That's how we work.
That's why we're doing team hotness. Or is it team 5? Team 5.
Team
hot.
5, secretly team hotness.
I just have to step outside of the game for a minute and say that
it's our
like
internal name for our project.
yeah, it's the secret one before the release of the game. Like I'm having such a good time. 1, 2, Zerk is such the straight man, and I'm having very, very much trouble staying a character.
So as the smoke starts to settle a little bit and you kind of get out of the main, there's one game that's already done. They just got completely just obliterated. And there's another team that there's one guy just rolling around, and it appears that his teammates are just throwing up on the sidelines like they ate something bad.
There we go.
And this one guy is just dodging as 3 balls are being thrown at him. He's dodging the explosions, and it's just the game is just kind of coming on. And he comes back from the win, dodging, smacking, grabbing the balls. Another player comes in who's and then grabs the ball, and they end up winning that game.
Wait, the team that was throwing up won?
Yes, because the one character that was left that didn't eat anything was super dodging everything and caught the ball. One of the guys that was throwing up came in, and the 2-on-3 was able to eliminate the rest of them.
Fell in vomit and no one wanted to touch it.
Literally, like Zerg is like, that's actually not a bad strategy if you ruin the opponent's side of the field with vomitus.
There's like
by the way,
4
super
people
content warning.
4 people ate the poison, and then one person on the other side is just a sympathetic puker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and as after all the games end, there's one death as someone did get blown up big time on the team, and that team lost, and they're kind of carting the injured out, and the 4 remaining teams that won are brought in front. He's like, thank you, everyone, for participating. Challengers, winners, your game will commence tomorrow morning. Excuse me. Sorry. Yes, boss. Tomorrow morning. Yes. Tomorrow morning, late morning, we will commence. Your bunks have been and sleeping arrangements have been set outside for your pleasure. A banquet will be provided tonight for dining and subsistence. Then tomorrow early, we will provide the next game in the front. And he looks over, and he's one of the Twilight helpers is kind of looking through, and he's got a data pad. He's like, yes, we've got 4 square tomorrow, right? Yeah, 4 square tomorrow. The last one's going to be Rancor. Yep, right. And they're kind of talking amongst themselves. And he's like, okay. Any questions currently at this time?
Will there be less poisonous food?
Poisonous food. Unaware of data input. We don't serve poisonous food.
You don't, but some of your players here.
Oh, and you hear this laugh come from the top. Oh, Uja Bawa. Oh na wapa. Oh, I guess there must have been some additional any way to get ahead, I guess.
Oh, good to know.
Well, I have had it on my bucket list to make a Hutt laugh.
So yes.
I'm going to do a couple of things.
I have a list on my data pad.
Once we can get to a little quiet place, I'm going to call the boss. But before I do that, you met when Geller was talking about the essential oils. Persephone wasn't saying nothing, but she goes over to B2 and she pulls out one. Here.
Oh, a sample. Thank you.
YNG LBN6 oils.
Vanilla.
Nice.
Ooh, vanilla flavored.
Here, take that.
Taste?
We're gonna call up to the boss.
Oh, I don't think it's actually vanilla. I think it's that other one, the one that comes from that one animal.
You got me.
Oh,
The
games on Bard's House to get that spoiler.
No, okay.
Really?
I have to call that out.
Fact.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
It's an animal fact.
Here to bring you animal facts.
So yeah, we're gonna call it to the boss real quick.
So you're not going to be able to call right away because this is underground transmissions. You're pretty sure at night, most of the transmissions are going to be very monitored. So you know that calling out would also be traceable.
Okay.
And you don't want to be. So later on tonight, we're still in the process of still in the arena, but you're thinking if you get into your barracks, you could either participate in the game tomorrow, or do you have enough information to leave? That would be your decision on what you'd like to do.
Zerk, what do you think? Or what do you guys think?
You know what there could be some information we could gather in between games. Why don't we go on a bit of a field trip tonight?
Trip is fun.
Definitely like
Clubbing?
that idea.
You want to go clubbing? Clubbing is a great way to
In
get
a way.
information.
In a way, clubbing.
Oh, I pick up what you're putting down.
What would I drop? What did I put down?
You didn't drop
No,
nothing.
didn't drop
guys.
anything.
It's you're dripping oil.
Oh, my apologies. I'm sorry.
It's totally fine.
They're essential. So I'm
no,
sorry.
don't-
It's okay.
don't
B2,
listen to
E2,
her. It's a turn of
B2E2, you just got drip. It's fine. You look great.
I'll tighten it right there.
You'll be good for the going out.
I would like to roll for psychic damage in real life.
We're
That is one of the-
There is a fear, but no. So as you are brought
I rolled
out,
a D6. 3
okay.
points.
So as you are brought out from the arena, and you can see that there's prep going on in the arena and stuff like that. And you also notice in the stands that there is 2 one is a Jawa sitting there kind of looking at and then there is another Trandoshan female. And you can, out of a quick glance, you're kind of looking at them for a second. They look back at you and they're all surveying. And what you realize is that they're kind of help train or running the games. They're kind of a selection process. They might be some trainers. And if we're going to do one of the last rolls is I would like everyone to give me a history roll, either a knowledge roll. So we're either going to do Underworld, we're going to do core knowledge, or Outer Rim. Whichever knowledge roll you would like to do, give me a roll. Let me see 1 second. All right, now dice are set. It's going to be an average roll, but
So
Even
you
me?
said
Ooh,
Outer
nice.
Rim
Jesus.
or what else?
Outer Rim, Underworld, or
Underworld.
Core. Mhm.
Uh,
Or a knowledge roll that you think you would want.
would I be able to roll a lore roll?
Yes, you could. All right. Persephone and Gela, not to mention Sinya, you, especially Gela, you look up and you see and you realize last year's champions are inventorying and running the tryouts and are helping to select the game. And what you know is it is an all-female team that won last year, consisting of Lepi, which is a bunny, purple bunny. There is a Trandoshan. There is a Rhodian, and this is the one you're looking for because that is a marked gunslinger that is rumored to be one of the best shots ever that was on this team. There is a R4 droid a Night Sister, and a Jawa that won last year's games. And some of this team is here helping run the tryouts.
The R4 droid doesn't have any identifying marks on it? Or
Nope, it's just green with white and a little bit of yellow. You've heard it's a slicer.
And a Night
probably
Sister, you say?
And a Night Sister.
Interesting.
But you don't see the Night Sister. All you see right now is the Jawa, the Trandoshan, and later on you're potentially see the Rhodian somewhere. But as you're making your way up, there is a giant feast of rest and basically eating, and you're pretty sure this most likely will be safe because the individuals that Senya saw earlier poisoning didn't work because they got eliminated.
I turned to Zerk real quick. You know why they were looking? That one was looking at me specifically. It's because I screwed his mother. That's why that happened. That's a story for another day, though.
Persephone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. Glenna, the Night Sister might have some history with Persephone. The Night Sister bitch is back.
Of course she is. Why wouldn't she be?
Look,
We are too sober for this conversation.
Night Sisters
I
would be
could use a
Night
drink.
Sisters if they died easily. We've learned this. We've learned this the hard way.
Let's drink. Let's share some stories and let's talk about.
Yes. Oh my God. First round's on me. I bet you I can beat you to the club.
Bet you can.
We're all
Right
going to be
behind
very
you.
sore tomorrow. I would like to remind everyone.
That's just you didn't stretch beforehand. I made sure.
I do yoga. I have you know.
Oh, the innuendos.
Yourself a steam room. Probably better.
B2?
The guy who was on the throwing up team that was like really good at dodging and throwing stuff. Did I happen to catch who he was?
Yes. He was a Gungan.
Okay.
A Gungan old vet warrior.
That's cool.
Oh,
Love it.
Wait, which era are we in? No, we're way away from that war. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Way out.
Yeah.
That war is way in the past.
So as you come up and about to indulge in the drinking and festivities, the camera pulls out from the reception and the palace and the planet of Tatooine as we will end tonight's session as the drinking and festivities begin. Thank you so much for joining us. Be back next week as we conclude 2 more sessions. What else could happen? They've gotten some information. What will the group do now?
A musical number, definitely right now.
Yeah, definitely musical number.
Yeah.
Persephone's going to tell you she has so many stories.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We're going to go around. Please, who are you? Where can we find you? All that good stuff. And we are going to start with Ellie.
Hi, my name's Elliot. You can find me on the internet at ChaosThem and Chaos Elliot. ChaosThem's a more organized one. So if you like organization, follow that one. You could find me all over. I got some campaign stuff coming up. I have the second session of Blazing Dark on Monday at God, where are you? I have so much going on. It's ridiculous. But that one is going to be on a rep RPG, and I'm playing a Whisper. It's a lot of fun. So if you want to see me after this on Monday, that's where I will be.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. This is great.
Of course.
Patrick, where can we find you?
I'm Patrick. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram under the username DaddyRen66. I cosplay Star Wars, Marvel, Critical Role, all that good stuff. And that's all I do.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Duval.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Duval. Yes, indeed. Thank you for having me. My name is Jacob Plick, DuvalKingJacob on the internet. My home, typically on the internet, is the Amphitheater, where we play TTRPGs and video games. And on Tuesdays, Eulalia 5e, A Redwall Story, is the game that I DM, based off of one of the greatest book series of all time, Redwall. So come and check that out. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/the Amphitheater. Then Wednesdays, Duval's Gaming Journey, where I play all the old school video games. Right now we're playing some Chrono Trigger. So check that out. That's Wednesday at 8 p.m. And then this coming Sunday, or actually tomorrow, Dragonlance Dragons of Rebirth over on twitch.tv/SoMattyGames. So that's more Dragonlance D&D 5e for you. And then the game that started it all, Duval and Dragons, the opposite Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, our Chrono Trigger-based 5e D&D campaign. And there's also a bunch of other stuff. Just follow me on Twitter. I'm yelling about stuff. Oh, lastly, sorry, Outcast and Outclassed are bi-weekly Pathfinder 2e actual play, which is intense. Lots of beautiful, delicious sadness and trauma because it's school. So of course that's the way it goes. So you should come check that out too. That's what we're on Waffle Maple Syrup's Twitch channel.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Duval. And just back, yesterday was D&D Appreciation Day, or GM Appreciation Day. And Duval, you've been one of my GMs for a long time, so thank you so much. You are an awesome GM. So yes,
thanks,
please
man.
check out Duval on all of his games. So
yeah, happy International GM Day to you, man.
Yes, thank you. Emily, where can we find you?
Isn't everyone in this game a GM somewhere? Like,
I
feel like,
probably.
yeah. So
Occasionally.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like I've seen everyone's name as a GM on something.
Well, happy to us.
Yes, everyone happy.
Yay!
Of GMs.
Yes, always dangerous.
Right. So yeah, I'm Emily. You can find me here on Twitch at formerly known as Emily, where I stream games on Sunday and Thursday. You can also find me on the other Shadowport Adventures game, which is first episode of season 2, part 2 is tomorrow on Mini Terrain Domain. You can catch me. I'm running audio for ATL by Night, so you can catch me on ATL by Night on Tuesdays. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at formerly known as M. That's FRMRLYKNOWNASEM on Twitter, because they give you a character limit on usernames. Fun fact, for updates on when my schedule will be changing or when I'm going live.
Awesome.
Yay.
Thank you so much for joining us. Ash, never least, always one of the best.
Oh, this is a long one. So Jay, do you want to do yours, or you go me just?
Okay, I'll start with mine and then we'll go there.
I'll let you do yours.
Yeah, you can set off. So hi everyone, I'm Jay, also known as Neofet3 on the socials. You can find me lurking in many of all these amazing games that I love. What you can find me is tomorrow, or actually later today at 4 p.m. I am on Gilding Lights channel playing in the Champions of oh my God, how can I be? I am such a bad player. I cannot even remember the games that I have that I'm so in. We're going there.
You got the channel, that's important.
Yeah, I got the channel. Eclipsia. Wow, Eclipsia. There it is, Eclipsia. So Champions of Eclipsia. There we go. It's actually today, 4:00. Please join us, Lurkus. We're looking for it. It's a great game run by another great GM named Kurt. And I get to play a barbarian. So Forever GM gets to play. Tomorrow is Sunday from 3:30 to 6. We have Shadowport Adventures Part 2. And we are finishing off a nice 5-week run of another storyline of this wonderful crew of Star Wars. Then on Wednesdays on the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer, my channel, I am running Saltmarsh Legends. And then they are a group that is in the city of Saltmarsh. Their fraternal twin game, which was on Tuesdays, called The Legends of Saltmarsh, has concluded for season 1. But the Legends, Saltmarsh Legends on Wednesdays, is continuing for a little bit longer. And it's village versus city, and there's a parallel of things that affect each other and
Time
lots of
wonk.
wonky time. It's awesome. So join me there. And everywhere else, I've got a few other things coming up. So that is me. Thank you again to all of the players here. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for watching and indulging me telling a little bit of a Star Wars tale. And that I give back to you, Ash.
Well, first and foremost, thank you so much, Jay, for running. And we are so excited to see more of Star Wars on the Bard's Playhouse. So thank you. And happy GM Day to you. It's always an honor to be in one of your games. I have actually ran for all of you guys except Elliot. So that makes me excited to have friends at my table. So we have several different things. We have a merch store. That's new. Go look, go check it out. Go see what's going on there. We have all kinds of things. Brandon, I know I'm doing this horrible and I'm sorry.
Shh, don't tell Brandon.
No one tells Brandon.
Brandon's busy today.
You can find me on Drexilians on Wednesdays, Blue Collar DM on Thursdays. Most of the time you will find me here on the Bard's Playhouse. Our Pathfinder 2e game has currently wrapped up for season 1. We will be back sometime within the next month and a half once we get schedule situated. You will find me Wednesday, this current Wednesday, actually, telling a vampire story in Sin City, prologue Caraway with some special guests. Emily is over here.
Oh yeah, that is this Wednesday. That's
This is
airing. You'll see me there too.
And Zach. So everyone knows if you just hear the
Yep,
name
it's
Zach,
Zach
everyone.
Roboto.
Yeah, everyone knows who Zach is. That will be premiering this Wednesday. The season premiere should be on the 6th of April. So tune in, check out all that stuff. I probably have more that I'm forgetting about, but there's World Tour by Night on here on the Bard's Playhouse that will be kickstarting again soon, and more things. Remember, trans rights are human rights. Remember to check on your friends. Every role matters. You matter, and we
Ukraine.
Roll for Ukraine. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Check them out. The link has been in the bio this whole time in the chat. So if you're able to, please. And with all that being said, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much for running. And we will see you guys next week.
And thanks, Jake, for running tech.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you,
Check out-
Jake.
Yes.
Some see me as a cynic. They come in for the base, but they stay for the acidic. I've been on that paper chase, keeping pace for a minute, and I'm aiming to appreciate the moment while I'm in it. Genesis a menace on the mic, so sinister. You might get some venom from the bites I administer. Winner from the start, superstar with the finisher. I got a decent heart, but I'm hardly a minister. A bardic apprentice, I'm innocent as a lamb. Worm like I'm Dennis, I don't dare to give a damn. Firm in the philosophy, I am who I am. I'm a carbon commodity, I need to be verified on the gram. Tightrope walking the it and the superego. Lifeboat liable to fire the torpedoes. Keeping to the credo. I'm free to achieve the dream, or at the very least, I can release some of my steam. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil in people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H-double-O-D. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. So we're supposed to be sophisticated. Then why is 67% of the population undereducated? Emotionally incapacitated. Historically opinionated characters end up assassinated. And that's okay with the people faking it day to day. Capitalizing on capitalism, it's pay to play. Waiting for data to make it fade away. Whether you admit it, we're witnessing biological decay of the human race. We're going to a new place. I really hope it comes soon. I don't do space, two-faced, treble and bass, running the rebel base. Outpacing enemies in the interface. In your face like a zygomatic arch. I got them in lockstep, meaning my melodramatic march is effective. Albeit rather subjective. I encourage you to pursue a new perspective. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil in people is nearly an impossible impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG. Only way I know how to be when I combine my child with OTIC. An outlaw like I'm Robin H-double-O-D. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. Since the day I was born, I've been non-conforming. I put myself in a position to make a living performing. Haters should consider this a form of warning. I've been swarming on them like a storm, I'm global warming. I'm not the one, done been through too much madness. Mastered the wrath and the sadness. You would need an atlas to match where I'm at. The fat cat put a nerdcore rap back on the map, that's Yazid. Weaving that underwater basket. Rap till I'm wrapped in a casket. Snapping, I'm back on the track like I'm Matt Foley. Stay blown like a fiberglass gasket. Gassed up, I'm a maniacal minotaur. Try to hit me with your best shot, Pat Benatar. Try to get me on that guest spot, but I stay on the lab, and that's where I'ma be until they put me up on the slab. It's magic. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil, and people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG. Only way I know how to be when I combine my child with OTIC. An outlaw like I'm Robin H-double-O-D. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. Life is short, do with it as you please. You're the only person that you ever have to appease or search your weaponry by stepping in DSDs, but you gotta know that nobody gets any guarantees. Seize opportunity, embrace your development, replacing the elements, erasing irrelevance, facing the blatant display of decay and our elegance. Merrick was a man, not an elephant. Tell him on the merit of the self-reflection, minimize any malevolent misdirection, keeping them at a downright distant disconnection, an example of natural selection. And I might be slightly erratic, ghost in the shell, I'm a light in the attic, and I'm quite the dramatic, a minute for the attention, ready to ascend and transcend dimensions. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil, and people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be when I combine my child with OTIC. An outlaw like I'm Robin H-double-O-D. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me.
Who goes there? Why you dummies always coming in my bear like you want the smoke? All these wannabe heroes underprepared for the nightmare and despair that they dare to provoke. Most folk are doing their best to avoid me. Floor full of bones of the people that annoy me. Every now and then I get a couple of daredevils with the audacity to think that they can destroy me. Good luck with that, man. I got panoramic vision, meaning that I can see in any direction with precision. If it's your decision to attack, I suggest that you come back when your plans had a bit of revision to it. Notably, you should accept defeat. Consider this your last opportunity to retreat. Repeat, that was your last chance to survive. I hope that you enjoyed your time being alive.
You foolish for ignore the warning. Now you'll be dead before the morning. You should've looked over your shoulder. You're in the eye of the beholder.
I am the tyrant, get it? I have actually been told that I'm a pretty funny guy. Wait a minute, what were we discussing? I lost my train of thought. Oh, that's right, you were just about to die. How can I forget that? It's my favorite part. The only thing left to consider is where to start. In addition to magical abilities, I'm smart. I can make your demise art. Anyway, it appears that the wizard in your party is a gnome who was worth about the same as if he would have stayed at home. I'll activate my anti-magic cone, and in a moment I'll turn him into stone. When the barbarian inevitably flies into rage, I'll disintegrate her with one of my eye rays. By the way, I haven't even begun to try. Fly by and take a bite of a fighter's thigh.
You foolish for ignore the warning. Now you'll be dead before the morning. You should've looked over your shoulder. You're in the eye of the beholder.
While the fighter attempts to collect himself, he bleeds out on the space I dismembered him in. I wouldn't waste time telling me your names. I can guarantee that nobody's ever gonna remember them. Then again, you'll be on the list of my victims at the bottom of a column of other anonymous prey. You should take a minute to reflect on the day and the last words you'll ever say. Time's up, you're the lone survivor, the last one left. And halfling rogues are admittedly deft, but you broke into my home and you've stolen my time. I'm afraid I cannot allow theft. Throw you up into the air with my telekinesis. Finger of death to obliterate you into pieces, and that's that. Wink and a tip of the hat. That was good for my practice. Thanks for the chat.
You foolish for ignore the warning. Now you'll be dead before the morning. You should've looked over your shoulder. You're in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, you foolish for ignore
Glass Cannon is a character that can put out obscene damage very quickly, but is also incredibly frail.